does not have to work hard for its kills at all.
Like, Jolteon can just bully the single prize decks, but it doesn't do it, like, there's no danger of eating. Like, Jolteon has to hit the active. That gives me some level of control. Whereas something like a turn 2 Rapid Flow can just kill Cherrim and Eldegoss in one.
Well, it does. Jolteon's Pains, which turns on its Thane. All you have to do is put that as executed, and you're instantly killing 2 Thanes in the single prize matchup.
Yeah. Like, that is true. My argument is just that, like, they always have to hit a Drago, so I'm not in danger of losing all of my shit. I think.
If Jolteon goes first, you're deep shit.
This entire format is really just a die roll format.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're Mew, in which case
you got Mew, which is, like, the most friendly fucking deck ever. Literally does everything for you. Gives you outs to everything. Just don't choke, basically.
Yeah, like...
You got turn 1 dogs.
Yeah, Mew is the best deck in the format for multiple of reasons. But one of them is definitely because if you go second, you can still just obliterate.
Yeah.
Like, going second is arguably better because you can just swing for 280 and take prizes.
Yeah. And then you got, like, Jolteon. Jolteon has, you know, a lot of tools that help them eat Mew. It doesn't, like, for one, it doesn't have to deal with, like, psychic late nonsense all the time because it can beat down Genesects. And when they game off that, it can be Cheryl because it only has to attach 1 energy for attacks, and it plays Path to the Peak.
Yeah.
So that's why Jolteon's super fucking good. Are you streaming yet, by the way?
I've been streaming for a solid 2 minutes. Sev is here.
Cool.
Hello, Sev.
Hi, Sev. Yeah, so, like, Jolteon just sort of does, like... Jolteon's also top tier. Not because it almost does everything that Mew doesn't do. They're, like, almost opposites of each other. Like, Mew has Oko potential and shit ton of draw. Jolteon has friend damage, overtime kills, a lot of anti-meta tools, stuff like that.
Yeah,
and then you got, like, Urshifu's.
Yeah, Rapid Strike is still there. It benefits from... It's probably the 3rd best deck. It benefits from, like, an unbelievably good Jolteon matchup because 1 quick shooter and then you're knocking out a VMAX for a single energy.
Right. Rapid Strike Urshifu is always going to be good, too, because you're not always going to be playing against Mew.
Yeah. I still think Double Gunner is just fucking stupid.
Double Gunner is great, but also, I think it's so hard.
I despise Double Gunner.
I know you do.
And it is entirely your fault. I just want you to know that.
The deck is sick. It does so many things. It's almost like Jolteon in a way. But one of the sad things about it is that you have to commit to 1 or 2 builds, and one of those builds doesn't play Path to the Peak. But one thing I'm also learning is that Path to the Peak doesn't automatically win you the Mew matchup, unfortunately. Mew plays 4 different fucking stadiums.
Yeah, Mew plays a ton of stadiums, so you have to go all in on, like, 3 to 4 Path to Peak.
Yeah, so what has to happen is you have to Marty them, because you have to presume if they know you have Path to the Peak in your list...
They're keeping stadiums.
Yeah, they're just gonna hold a stadium in your hand and make sure they can bump it. So you have to Marty them into and then play a stadium, or whatever order, and then hope they don't draw into one of their other stadiums.
Yeah. And then, like, the difficult thing is not all decks can really play Path to the Peak, because some decks use either their stadium or, like, the V abilities for consistency. Like, you can't slap Path to the Peak in, like, a Zacian deck.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It fucking shuts off Zacian too.
It shuts off Zacian, it shuts off Zamazenta, which is actually really relevant in the Mew matchup, so...
Yeah. The only other real Path to the Peak deck I can think of is, like, Dragapult's a decent one. I think Dragapult still has, like, a decent standing in the meta.
Fortunately, but we don't want Dragapult to have a place in the meta because we don't need 2-year-olds winning tournaments.
Well, Jolteon's there already, so... Jolteon arguably has more tools because it has more damage on its Pains and attack. It has better Cheryl access.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's still one of the best cards in the format.
Yeah, I think Jolteon is probably better than Dragapult, but I also think that Dragapult is just significantly more brain dead.
Possibly, yeah. Dragapult also can... Dragapult does a lot more active too, which is also a 30 FSS. It has horror energies, because Phantom Waves is still not seeing that whole lot of play. Stuff like that.
If you can pick up cards, you can play Dragapult, says Seb. True. Fuck that deck. I don't care how good or bad it is. I will bitch about Dragapult, and nobody can stop me.
You want to start the game?
Yeah, we've got Fire Emblem to play.
Yeah. I'm still going to be talking about this.
I know. We're still going to talk about
this. Might as well get the PowerPoint presentation in the background going.
Yeah. Oh, right. So we got to this part of the chapter, then I stopped just because we were already over time and I didn't want to deal with cutscenes.
Yeah, I forgot about this chapter.
We have not played this game in a hot minute. We played Minecraft, we played Pokemon. I missed a stream because my Nana was here.
Yeah.
Missed a stream because Cheryl blew up my house.
Oops.
Missed another stream because Cheryl wasn't talking to any of us.
Oops. Good times.
Mm-hmm. Then we did Pokemon again.
Yeah, of course. And we caught a. Are you gonna spoil it? Did we spoil it already? Did you post it?
I did post.
I thought you did. Okay.
Yeah, we got the shiny Tepig on stream because it hatched from the odd egg.
Oh, that's crazy.
I believe I was the only one to actually get it.
The odd egg? Wait, what's the odd egg?
It's the egg from the daycare that's only in Crystal.
Oh, I did not know there was an egg in there. Whoops.
Alright, I'm going to go to Bulbapedia and I'm going to read about it.
Instead of playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, people actually fucking came? Hi, Gwen.
The odd egg is a specific gift egg the player receives in Pokemon Crystal. The Pokemon it hatches into has a higher than usual chance of being shiny.
Huh. What does it usually hatch into?
The egg can hatch into Pichu, Cleffa, Igglybuff, Tyrogue, Smoochum, Elekid, or Magby. Regardless of what it will hatch into, it will take 20 egg cycles, and the hatching Pokemon will know Dizzy Punch.
I see. That's interesting. I might actually use that knowledge, because I was planning on doing a Crystal challenge with only Johto Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And recording it at some point.
So Ampharos the challenge?
You get no, you don't even. What's so funny is that you don't get Mareep before Falconer.
Yeah, in the international versions of Pokemon Crystal, there's a 14% the hatched Pokemon will be shiny.
Yeah.
Nice.
But the chances of any particular Pokemon hatching from the egg and the chance of any given species being shiny are not uniform. For example, there's a 1% chance of getting a shiny Pichu, whereas there's a 3% chance of getting a shiny Igglybuff.
How weird.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's because
TLDR, it's not as rare as like the full-on shiny Litleo I also found.
Uh-huh.
Because that was also a thing.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The shiny hoarder.
But it's still, I was the only one who got like the odd egg to be shiny. So it's good that I was the one streaming. Oh, fuck! Are we gonna have to reset?
Immediately? Oh my god. Exact fucking damage too.
Miss? Okay.
I was gonna say, on the first fucking attack of the stream, we had to fucking reset.
Okay. Well, that was a fucking wake-up call.
Anyways. What are my thoughts? Oh yeah, Pokemon.
Glenn, have you started Kalos Crystal yet?
I did. Again, and decided I didn't enjoy it very much and put it down.
That is fair.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
I don't think Finn's gonna finish, but I do think we can most likely continue to bully Cheryl into finishing it.
As always.
I mean, Cheryl was the one that kept bothering us to finish it. Or, like, kept bothering us to start it when she hadn't finished Platinum. Cheryl was the one who wanted to do Kalos Crystal the most. Oh no! Riss got hit by a fireball.
Rippers, I guess. What was I trying to say before this? I think Inteleon's weird. I've been playing the matchup a lot, just in my like free time.
Yeah.
Just labbing Inteleon versus Mew against myself. It's hard, but I feel like after that, There's only a few more matchups I need to really learn before I can make a Teleon run. Teleon's weird. It's a deck that a lot of people think is bad, mostly due to medicals, right? Like, you got like Jolteon up there, you got like Single Striker, Shifu, and Gengar. Those decks like just bypass Teleon's niche by
Gengar
like,
is
OHKOing it.
ass. Gengar is ass upon ass.
I think that deck is bad. I don't think
I
people
think
should
it's
be playing that
garbage,
shit.
and the only reason people are like overhyping it is because A, everyone overhypes every Gengar card ever. Shoutouts Lost Scar.
Yeah.
And B, like, it's a dark type. But it's not good. Like, I'm not sure if you saw the finals or if I told you. I know you didn't see it.
No, I asked you if you had a stream up before it.
I'll send the stream next time. But, like,
Yeah, cool.
the finals was Mew versus Gengar, and Gengar lost.
Yeah, Gengar eats shit. That deck is bad.
I know,
Well, it's not
I
bad,
think it's dog shit,
because
too.
It's knockoff Urshifu. I'd rather just play Urshifu.
Like, I think
because-
Single Strike Urshifu arguably is a better matchup into Mew.
Well, what it is that Single Strike Urshifu just started. They started dropping the main Urshifu line. They run it as like a like a 2-2 now, and they just run like Umbreon as the main attacker.
Yeah.
For the most part, in those matchups.
Doesn't Umbreon have a literal vanilla attack?
It has a literal vanilla attack, but it's just good enough. It also has pull, which occasionally matters. It depends on whether Fusion Strike energy is in play.
Anyway, we finished the chapter with no incident. Literally no incident. We were never in danger.
Oh shit, the chapter's already over? What the fuck?
We battle saved at the very end of this chapter just due to time reasons.
I see. Oh god, it's 2 characters at the voice.
Oh no, Tack, you couldn't have showed up, like, later.
No. This way. I found a way out.
Thank god Tack showed up. Excellent. Let's get out of here. You'll have to tell me twice.
I was wondering why that map was so short. I didn't realize you were on like turn 20.
We did 95% of that map 2 weeks ago.
Oops.
Good. Yeah, we did it. We made it through the cave.
Noi.
Oh, we're dead.
I literally always forget this chapter exists. I feel like it's hard to forget the flaming fucking lava map, but you know.
I mean, there's like a
happens in
flaming
it.
fucking lava map in every game, and I think everyone just forgets. Also, I'm waiting for the internet to come back.
I see.
Okay.
Mia per se.
You know, I'm glad that the fucking Inteleon Obstagoon single prize hype died off, because that deck was not good.
It turns out that deck doesn't beat Mew. It turns
No.
out the deck actually gets curb stomped by Mew.
The deck is too slow to have a reasonable chance versus Mew, because it starts winning on turn 4.
Yeah. It's yeah.
Like, Cherim probably does better just because it's, like, significantly faster.
It was good in early meta when people didn't know how to play their fucking decks and people were still playing Peony in their list. Sad that card is not good, by the way. I fucking love that card.
Anyway, we're back. Attack
Woo.
ready, set the
I'm
line.
back.
Selfie. Also, hello, Kaz.
Oh.
How's it going?
Looks like we finally lost the Magneon army as well. We finally rested it.
I thought we were finished. I thought I fucked up. But we've lived to see our home again. For that I'm grateful.
Hey, Skamir! Has all the heat gone to that shaggy head of yours? Look around, dude. Is this Galia?
What? Oh. No, oh fuck, no, not here. Anywhere but here.
I forgot where they are.
They're in Dragonland,
Oh.
apparently.
Oh, oops. I remember now.
By whose authority have you entered this land?
Galdo, by the land of dragons. Like, oh, so we mess up.
Just taking some water.
Oops. Did you hear me?
I did. I was just drinking some water.
Oh, okay. Staying hydrated. That's also good.
Remember to hydrate, chat.
Hydration button, hydration button, hydration button. Dragons. It is said they're the most powerful of all the Lagoose tribes. I've always
Of course,
wanted
that's
to
what you're
fight
thinking of.
one, but I never expected it would happen like this.
All right, Kaz has redeemed a message for me to read. It says, please hydrate yourself! Thank you, Kaz.
I'm in pain.
When our king finds out about this, I will have much explaining to do. Even the Scooby Snacks couldn't save me from this.
Not the Scooby Snacks.
The Scooby
The
Snacks.
Scooby Snacks. I forgot about that bit.
We gotta get home first.
We're drunk as fuck for that bit.
I guess we have to pay that stubborn old lizard a visit, don't we? Let's go. Castle Goldola.
The dragons are sick.
Yeah. I think I mentioned this before. My favorite class in all of Fire Emblem are Manicheets. I'm hoping we get a dragon before, like, the final 2 chapters.
Yeah, you do.
And there you have it, dude. We never intended to violate Goldola's borders. That's, like, totally not tubular. Have we seen this? No, this is a new... Was this guy in Path of Radiance?
Yeah. Wait, was he?
He might have had, like, one line. Actually, wait. Wait. He was mentioned, but I doubt he had lines.
Oh, no. He did appear. He appears in the scene where all the Lagoose royals beat up. Remember when, like, Hennigan's fucking strolls in, as well as Naysala and Tabar?
More
he appears in
importantly,
that scene.
Who voiced him?
I see. I understand your predicament. Mia's internet is dying again.
No, I was just drinking water.
Oh. I just have a yellow symbol at the top right. However, your reasons neither justify nor change the fact you trespass on their territory. I order you to leave immediately. Go back the way you came, through the caves.
You would have us go through those godforsaken caves again. Please, anything but that. We won't survive.
Stop talking, Scrimier.
Many of us are wounded. You're sending us to our deaths. This is fucking disgusting. I cannot allow this.
Regrettable, yes. However, I cannot make any exceptions. Your men will leave now.
How could a Lagoose be so cold to his brothers? We are your people as well.
This isn't news, Skirmir. Goldoa and its lizards have ignored the suffering of their Lagoose brothers for centuries, dude. They even looked the other way while we birds and beasts were enslaved by those Bjork. Isn't that so, Lizard King?
Country is neutral. It has been since time out of mind and will continue to be so. And you might as well just kill us now. It'd be the same as saying it's back to the Kaku caves and it saves us the walk.
So true, Ike.
You are a Bjork. I would not expect your short-lived kind to understand. need to understand to see that it's a poor king who has so little regard for his fellow living creatures.
Ike, don't piss off the dragon. Do you remember how much trouble we had with Nasir last game?
Yeah.
The man of many
Oops.
voices.
What?
Hi, it's him. And her.
I know, speak of the devil.
Oh, Tak, you weren't here for Nasir's gimmick.
What was Nasir's gimmick?
Couldn't find a
Your
voice for him, so at
Majesty,
some
please,
point
Your
it just became a
Opinion.
random set of voices. What are you two doing here?
Please allow my grandfather and me to guide the Laguz Alliance to the borders of Gallia. I beg of you. Alright, who's going this time?
Prince Racing of the Heron Tribe.
Heron
Oh,
Prince
Tribe
Racing of the Heron
stands
Tribe
among
stands
these
among
men.
these men.
The Dragon
The
Tribe
Dragon Tribe
owns
owes
safe
him safe
passage.
passage. That works too. That works too.
I like this gimmick.
Alright, ready?
Please,
Please, Your Majesty.
Please, Your Majesty, he
Save the
saved the
soul
soul
of
of
your
your
son.
son.
Save the
Would you
soul of
condemn
your
them to die despite the good they've done?
Despite the good they've done. I like this gimmick.
It's a fun gimmick.
Bro, do as you like. This is the only exception I will ever make. Yeah, that guy's fucking
Thank you, Your
ancient.
Majesty. It's good to have friends in high places.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, do you remember Degitzia's, or do you remember who, like, Degitsia is? Is it ever talked about? It is, right?
I know he had Kurthnaga. I know he's like related to Kurthnaga too, I think. He's got to be the Dragon King.
He is the Dragon King. He's also, like, one of the oldest living fucking creatures alive.
Yeah.
Like, he's
We
older than
established
God.
on like one of these streams
Yeah.
that dragons can live for like 5,000 years.
Yeah.
Was it
As far as
5,000?
I understand, yes, longer than that. As far as I understand, Degitsia is either as old or older than God.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
alive for
So,
God,
according
so-
to a Q&A from the Japanese Path of Radiance website, the average lifespan for a dragon is 2,000,
I see.
which is incredibly
Yeah,
long, but not quite as long as Awakening Tiki has lived.
Yeah. Awakening
But
Tiki's
Awakening Tiki is literally God, so.
Damn,
Yeah.
she's that old and that hot? Damn.
Down.
Damn.
Alright, you guys ready? Well,
Sure.
here you are.
Well, here you are.
Here you
I
are.
think you know the way from
You
here.
know about from here.
Thanks, this here. Really saved us back there. It's the least we could
It's the
do.
least we
I'll
can
pray
do.
for your safety.
I pray for your safety.
So, what's really... Oh. Hey, wait up, you two. We haven't seen you in a long time. Would you have some time to stay and talk with us for a little while?
A long time? What do you mean? We just saw you 3 years ago.
Oh, that's right. 3 years isn't all that long for you dragons, is it?
I'm sorry. I suppose 3 years would feel slightly longer for Baylor.
Oh,
DK, I would
I
love
would
to see
love
you.
to stay and talk, and now is
Now
not the proper time.
In truth,
In truth, we're
We're
not
not
even
allowed
allowed
to
to
speak
speak
to
to
you
you at all.
at
Now,
all.
please
At
go.
all.
Please go.
What? How did you isolate yourselves from everyone?
Yeah, 3 years is like nothing for a species that can live up to 2,000.
Yeah, that was just a weekend for them.
I don't expect you
Yeah.
to understand.
But no, Awakening Tiki is the oldest living character we ever see, I think, so far.
Honest, also the hottest, oldest living character too.
Down.
Yeah.
I don't expect you to.
But he's
understand.
right.
But I want you to know that we obey our king's decision of our own free will. That's all I can say.
That's all I can say.
This here.
You should
You
go.
should go.
You should
Many of
go.
your wounded
Many
need
of your
immediate
wounded
attention.
need immediate attention.
Back to Gallia
Back to
once.
Gallia.
Tell the
yeah,
Lion
tell
King
the
what
Lion
happened.
Tell the Lion King what happened.
Just for reference, it also established that herons live for roughly 1,000 years.
Oh,
Hawks and ravens live for, in a quote, 10 times the Bjork average for, so let's say 70 years. That's like 700. And then 5 to 6 times for the beasts, so like 450, 350 or something.
let's see.
Cool.
How interesting. Alright, I don't get it. Oh, good. We'll see each other again.
I certainly hope so.
I certainly
You are one of our dearest
are
friends.
one of our dearest friends.
Take care and be safe.
So I think it's really funny because in the route that we went, we actually killed Black Knight. If you don't kill Black Knight, Nasir dies.
Does he still show up? Does he still
Who
show
shows
up in
up?
Radiant Dawn if...
Yeah, he still does.
Oh, so he just gets back.
So, no, well, it's basically retconned. It's basically, like, we've already established earlier that regardless, the castle, well, I guess it never says if it defeats the Black Knight, does it?
No.
All I remember is say, oh, I guess all it said
It
was...
says it
the
a
castle
lot
fell.
in Radiant Dawn. It says it a lot in Radiant
Okay.
Dawn.
So it does say it. Okay. Yeah, so basically, your choice on the matter is retcon. We got the, quote-unquote good idea anyways, but technically, if you do fail to kill Black Knight or just run away, and this year dies, it's just retcon here. Which, seeing as how difficult it is to, kill Black Knight reliably, it confused a lot of players probably
Oh,
that
yeah.
were playing this on real hardware.
Yeah.
calls off its pursuit of the Alliance and finds its passage into Gallia blocked by the nation's great mountains and deep forests. The Central Army's momentum breaks upon these obstacles like an ocean wave against solid rock. Senator Valtome arrives to take command of the
Oh, yeah, that person, Valtome.
He orders
Right.
Imagine not knowing
Yeah.
there's another ending and just seeing Nasir here.
Observing diplomatic protocol, Valtome petitions the Queen for passage, as well as supplies and additional troops. Queen Alincia, however, goes against the wishes
Oh,
of
so they're trying to get to Gallia through Crimea.
denies each
Yeah.
Valtome
Which is why Alicia is like, stop that. That fucking is stupid and it sucks.
who sees Crimea
Yeah, Lindsay's like, hey, let's not do a racism here. We're not Micaiah.
ignoring Zelgius.
What chapter are we on, by the way?
I don't fucking know.
His army to enter
I guess we're gonna figure that out soon.
whatever they
Oh, so now
Or
Valtome
right
is
after
just
the fire,
pillaging.
which is mostly irrelevant to the plot outside of seeing the dragons after.
Bring on.
Getting pretty close, aren't we?
Nope.
We are.
Isn't part 3 like
The
20
313?
chapters?
Yeah.
Is
We're
part
getting close to
20 chapters?
313. No.
I know
Part.
for sure
Pretty
it goes
sure
up to
it's like
13 because I've heard of the
313.
313 Archer.
Pretty sure 313 is like the second last chapter in
Yeah.
part 3 or something.
I hope so, yeah. No, 313 is the... Yeah, it is the semi-final chapter.
Yeah. Your Majesty, the Benyon army has crossed the border. They're seizing food and supplies and calling it tribute to the Empire. There are no casualties yet, but they're acting like bandits. We're far too late in the game to be doing bandit chapters. I see. So they simply ignored me. Oh, I forgot about your hair. I forgot that happened.
Damn, she looks even more Russian with this haircut. I never realized that.
But, like,
Yeah.
I don't like the
Yeah.
haircut.
Oh, too bad.
I'm sure she grows it back out at some point.
Actually.
Probably. She looks so
Or
much
she
better
keeps
with
the-
the full hair.
Or she just keeps the lesbian cut.
What shall I tell the troops, Your Majesty? Order the Royal Knights to mobilize, ride out, and advise Bennion to withdraw. If they do not comply, I approve the use of force to remove them from our lands.
But, Your Majesty, this is the Bennion we are talking about. It would be unwise to provoke them.
Like they haven't provoked us already.
Remember the first chapter of part 2 was just us killing a Bennion patrol? Because they were trying
Yeah.
to kidnap people?
Yeah.
I had hoped to avoid this situation, but the Empire's attempts to strong-arm our people shall not go unanswered. Deploying the Royal Knights is the only way to protect our borders from incursion. However, I remain open to suggestions. Do you have an alternative plan of action, Lord Sauron?
We could use the One Ring, Your Majesty. It would allow us to get through everything, wouldn't it? No One Ring, nothing? Okay. Thank you, Your Majesty.
I am glad we are in agreement, Lord Sauron.
I am still offering up the ring.
This whole situation disturbs me greatly. I wonder, what is happening to the Empire? I think it's the Apostle not having control of her people again.
I doubt the Apostle would allow this sort of thing to happen. I think you read that wrong.
She's not
I think
very
you read
good at
that
this
wrong.
whole leading a country business. She doesn't really have any idea what's going on. She's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think
like
you read that wrong.
she's kind of like the Joe Biden of Fire Emblem.
Okay, you broke me. You can have that one. You can have that one.
We should prepare for the worst. I fear something horrible must be happening within Bennion.
Yeah. I wonder what horrible thing could be happening in Bennion.
I think the existence of Bennion is just pretty horrible.
Ouch.
Hey, did you hear? The Imperial Army is requesting Crimea's assistance.
Yeah, I heard. I also heard that the messenger treated our queen with no respect at all. Who do they think they are?
Shh! Not so loud! Bennion is ruled by the Apostle! They helped us when Dane invaded! It's only right that we pay back the favor by coming to their aid! But Bennion is fighting the Beast Tribes of Gallia. Why would we fight Gallia? The Beast Tribes helped us rebuild Crimea.
Because they're racist.
Yeah. Do you want to take this one, Selfie?
Yeah.
That's true, but come on, think about it. Who would you rather side with? The land of Bayyork or the land of I'm sorry, Lagoose. It's just a split state. We side with the Bayyork. I'm glad you got me to voice the racist character. It really shows where you stand.
I knew you wouldn't have a problem with it. That's the thing.
You have a point. I'm racist too.
I'd choose Gallia over Bennion.
Really?
But why?
The people of Gallia helped us rebuild the village, even though we're Bayyork. They even repaired the road to the farm that's up on the mountain. That wasn't an easy job either.
Yes, I remember. What was his name? Mordecai? He was strong, yet very kind, and I think he was dead. So it was probably Morim, but we'll go with Mordecai. He looked frightening at first, but the children in the village loved to play with him. He was a wonderful man. If the Queen decides to answer Bennion's request for troops, we'd have to fight Gallia. How terrible would that be?
war, isn't it?
Yes, I suppose it is at that.
I wish we didn't have to fight anyone at all.
What a scintillating conversation.
So true, bestie.
Jeffrey, please take this with you.
Yo.
Yo.
Yo!
Tier 3 Jeffrey, Tier 3 Jeffrey.
Fuck voices character.
I think you were Jeffrey initially, then it became SB, but SB is not here right now.
What?
Why? This is a master crown. I am honored, your majesty. I will cherish it.
Okay, so now
Why
one
do you
of them
sound
is
like
Russian,
Braun?
one Southern?
I think you're thinking of Braum.
I am thinking of Braum. I place about the same respect on them both, so.
I see.
Yeah, Zelfie, I think you were the voice.
Oh, okay.
It was probably Zalfie.
Well, it's Master Crown. This is, I'm honored. Your Majesty, I will cherish it.
I have been asking you to fight difficult battles against terrible odds.
Majesty, allow me to reiterate. This is exactly what I wish.
Imagine having twins and one sounds Southern and the other is Russian.
No
That's quite the spirit.
matter the task, and no matter the odds, I can always succeed at it as long as you depend on me. I'm yours entirely, Your Majesty.
How do I tell him? I shall take those words to heart. Geoffrey of Delbray, you are truly my finest and most faithful knight.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Oh, this is where
yeah.
all our weapons went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On to Joffrey.
Here are the war funds. Remember, Geoffrey, you will face the Imperial Army. Should there be a conflict, you must not be caught unprepared.
I shall be prepared, Lucia.
Ping me on Discord.
Well, now it's gonna be me too, since you said something.
Isn't it funny that Joffrey is a lord?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to be the Lord. We've had a lot of Lords in this game. Lucia was the Lord for a chapter.
Braum was a lord for a chapter.
No, that chapter it was Nephany. That was Nephany.
Was
Are you
Neff
sure?
the Lord or was Braum the Lord? They were
Yes,
like co-lords.
Yes, I played very recently. They both you'll lose if either of them die, but like it was definitely fucking Nephany was the Lord according to map stuff. Because
Okay, but it's very funny if you say Braum is the lord.
It's
but
funny
you're probably
if you
right.
say
it's
either
Nephany.
of them are the Lord. They're like probably the
funny
least
if
relevant
either
playable
was-
characters in this
It's
game.
fun.
They are.
Yeah, fair. Touché.
Holy shit, we actually got gold.
Yeah, you should give the Master Crown to
Yeah.
Astrid since he killed her lover.
I forgot the
True,
whole
Betsy.
Oh, she's alive? I thought she died. Oops. Oh wait, yeah, she only died like 3 times.
Yeah, we are not fielding Astrid.
You mean you're
Hey,
gonna
these are Paragon
bring
someone,
one less
man.
unit when you only have 6 units, so you're gonna take out one of them?
It worked last time.
Steal for Paragon for like anyone else, honestly.
Give them I don't know. Who do we use this on? Joffred? Yeah.
I feel like using it on like Khalil would be funny, but I think Jeffrey is probably the best choice.
I mean, Joffred is definitely the best choice here. Or you could save it.
Too late.
Because saved it for Stefan. I don't know.
Yep, we're saving it for Stefan.
Yeah. No, wait, we should have saved it for Tormund. That would have been funny.
That would have been hilarious.
Oh man, I love how this is going at 60% speed. I'm sorry, it's even slower now. It's like 50.
Oh my god. Okay.
Right, you're at the point where Joffrey's caps are the only that matter. Congratulations, Mia.
Congrats, Joffrey's the only unit that matters, FYI. Oh, and damn it, he's kind of cool. Kieran, I guess. Kieran's okay. Backlov is also useful too, occasionally. Man, you really let Backlov die.
Yeah, and I don't regret it in the slightest.
Yeah, he's not useful. Why would you let him live?
He has a horse.
So does Aster.
That
That's not setting a high bar.
I think Backlov is like unironically. I think Backlov is unironically the second best unit out of that bunch, which is so bad.
No, it's definitely Kieran. It's definitely Kieran.
Makalov is the worst unit.
Okay, there's a huge gap between Joffrey. I'm not sure if there's a huge gap between Makalov and Kieran though.
Oh my god, it's Rourke from Pokemon.
There is a huge gap between Makalov and Kieran. Kieran has a much better weapon type for fucking Lunatic.
Yes, we're also not playing Lunatic.
Oh shit, you're right.
I think in the context of the game mode that Mia's playing. Yeah.
I think in the context of the game mode that Mia's playing, axes are still the best weapon because lances are absurdly common throughout the entire game.
Sure.
And also hammer.
Hammer. Are you laying about collecting supplies? We don't have all day.
No, sir. Progress is slow. These people just don't have much. Something about an uprising earlier?
Fools, I don't want excuses. Take anything you see. As these pumpkins complain, I'll gun them down. Because you can bet your armor that Senator Velto will do the same to us if we're not done by the time he arrives.
Report in, sir. The Crimean army is approaching from the southwest. It seems to be the Royal Knights.
What? Crimea is moving against us? Those backwater fools. Alright, keep working. I'll take several men out to slow their approach.
This is bordering on something that is very rude, like very not good, but...
My voice? Or... Wait, I missed something.
I'll explain later.
I'll teach them what it means to defy the Empire.
Oh man.
General Joffrey, we've confirmed the presence of Big Neon Army in the village ahead of us. Sir. I'd prefer to avoid a fight. I suppose the decision's up to them. Let's hurry. Kira looks so concerned. Or just upset. Like, maybe he stepped in, like, horse shit.
Kieran just kind of always looks like that.
Kieran usually has a smile on his face. Anyways, welcome to the 70 map where we don't have 7 units.
Mm-hmm.
I remember jack shit about it.
This map's easy. That's all I remember about it.
I forget all the mid parts of this fucking chapter.
Okay.
Or like this part.
First things first.
Did you move Paragon, by the way?
I don't think we did.
No, I don't know how to.
Well, you could have asked.
Alright, so my
Skills
understanding
menu?
of this map, now that I'm looking at it, is we pretty much just sit here.
You lose out on goodies, if I recall. You want good shit from this chapter. Let me see. Oh, you also have to defeat the boss.
So what I'm hearing is... we put Jeffrey here. We put Kieran here.
Yo, you could have got an arm scroll.
We put Danbed, who is not Debdan here. We put Khalil here. And then, like, maybe I'll fly Marcia up to get some shit.
How dare you turn your weapons against us? You will pay for this betrayal. Bring these shitties to the ground. Show these fools what we do to traitors. Oh yeah, if you don't hurry, all the civilians die.
Okay, that's actually a problem.
Yeah. I need to send this to someone who I know will appreciate it.
Kaz says, I too love breaking every Geneva Convention.
True.
Okay, I have sent it to the person who I know will appreciate it. It is mostly safe for work. I'm pretty sure Mia would laugh at it at the very least.
Alright, what's up?
Monsters, so setting the village on fire. It's evacuate the villagers and set the fires out immediately. Sorry, I forgot headlines. I thought we were just starting the chapter.
Okay, so we can put the fires out?
Yes.
You can?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
So you just let all the villagers burn?
No, I just like literally remember jack shit about this chapter. I do not have a memory of like Radiant Dawn Part 3 minigame. I remember like all Part 1, Part 2, and most of Part 4.
Seems pretty valid to me.
Yeah.
I know, I want a turtle, but these jackasses are burning down... These jackasses are breaking the fucking Geneva Convention.
Oh no, you'll have to actually, you know, create a strategy that involves more than staying on your ass. That involves more than staying on your ass.
Okay, but look at how far sitting on my ass has gone.
It's your thought process when you play
lot of
Smash. It's like,
resets.
I'll just stay at the ledge. Nothing could ever happen to me on the ledge. I have intangibility.
The funny part is I am better at Smash than you will ever be, so...
Yeah, I know. I'm just making the fun of your thought process here, bucko.
something something jokes about Smash players needing to wash up.
Yeah, B, you've been stuck in that corner for 20 turns. You might have to go take a shower.
Oh god.
I don't even know what the context for that is. I'm kicking you. I legit just zoned out. I'm sorry. That's been happening a lot recently.
Oh my god. Okay.
I just zoned. Really are, and I missed what you said.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I'm so glad to be funny.
Legend. I think I will play some Terraria in the meantime, because I am in the mood.
Alright.
Good choice.
Fun game. Highly recommend. It is time for me to load up 12 hours in the airport once again.
Woo.
My favorite world. What do I even do? I don't want to hit up the underground jungle, but I don't think I'm really prepped for that yet.
Have you been in hard mode already?
No, I'm in like super early game.
See.
Where the fuck is my mouse? There it is.
And thank you, Sev, for picking Zombie Mordecai. Shit, we don't have a healer. That's gonna make things more frustrating.
What happened?
I just really
They burning more
we don't have a
houses?
healer.
No, you have a healer. Look at him go.
I meant it like controllable healer.
You have a healer. Look at him go.
Oh, look at him go.
What to do? I could head to right down
This
all the
chapter
way
is just
to the
like a
bottom
lot
of the
of
world.
enemy phase again, so
Yeah. Glad you caught on.
Welcome to
the
Fire
Radiant
Emblem
Dawn.
Radiant Dawn.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This has definitely been a theme.
Mm-hmm.
A recurring one might say.
I found a horseshoe, right? I did. Let's go. Isn't
Oh
it,
my
like,
god, it's actually our turn.
rewarding? Hell yeah. I know what I'm doing today in Terraria now. That is a slime rain.
Yeah, I'll have Kieran put out this fire because Jeffrey is like the better combat unit, so. god, it's gonna take all 3 of them just to kill this one guy. Unless Dan Vet, who might be Dev Dan, gets a crit? No. It will legit take all 3 of them to kill this one guy. Okay, so I've got a story today.
Yeah.
I was out today, I was doing my Christmas shopping, and I go into GameStop because I can get Pokemon cards there, and it's like... I'm addicted, so...
Of course.
I do that, and as I'm, like, waiting in line, there's a kid at the counter with his mom. This kid's, like... 10 or 11?
Yeah.
Like, he's not a teenager yet, and he's trying to... like, get this code for a Fortnite V-Bucks or something, so he can roll for a skin or whatever you do in Fortnite.
Of course.
And I'm just watching him and the store person explain to the mom what exactly it is, and him being like, but wait, because the mom is thinking, oh my god, this is just kind of like a lottery thing. Which it's true it is. The mom is very... Marcia...
Hi, Spissy.
Good evening, friends. How are we doing tonight?
I was just in the middle of a story about a kid at GameStop trying to buy a code for more Fortnite V-Bucks.
This seems like a funny story. How's stream doing, by the way?
We're doing
It's the same.
It's the same.
Hello.
Nothing is really happening. But yeah.
I'm playing Terraria.
So like...
Nice.
So this goes on for like almost 10 minutes. And then the person goes in the back and she's like, oh, we don't actually have the code. It's expired. And the kid is just like, what? And
Destroyed.
like, yeah, the code is expired. And the kid's like, okay, but can I get the code? And she's like, no,
This
the
kid
code's
wants a
expired.
bad code.
And then the mom's like, the code won't work anymore. But he's like, okay, but you said, I thought you had the code. Can we get the code? So the mom's like trying to talk him into getting something else, and he has his heart set on getting this one specific code for Fortnite V-Bucks.
That doesn't work.
That does not work.
And where are you during all of this?
I am waiting in line so I can buy my own thing. I'm waiting for them to finish.
I see.
I would have gave the kid the code for free and told him if you figure it out, good for you.
This is why you don't work retail.
See, the issue is, no, that is totally something I would do as a retail worker because I don't give a shit, and I know those things don't work if you don't pay for them.
Yeah.
Right, so it's like you're not nothing gained, nothing lost.
So like I'm waiting
got a
like
deal.
10 minutes or so for this kid to try and he wants the Fortnite V-Bucks to be used in. I don't play the game, but isn't there like a lottery thing that can get you skins? Is that a thing?
I think you buy a battle
Pretty
pass,
much.
or you just buy the skins.
You buy either the funny battle pass thing, which has a preset rotation depending on the event, or you just go to the roulette shop and purchase whatever you think is funny.
Okay, so he was trying to buy a code for the roulette. That's the thing.
No, he was buying the generic currency that you can use for the battle pass or the roulette.
Okay. Either way, the store owner was pretty much being like,
You don't want this.
yeah, you don't
It's
want...
basically...
She's explaining to the mom that it's basically random chance. He's putting money in for random chance, more or less. And the mom is very clearly, like, concerned. Oh, do you have a
He's
bow?
developing addiction.
We're gonna have to reset here.
Reinforcements?
Did anyone die? Wait,
Someone's
did anyone
about to die.
die or did you show?
We got hit with the reinforcement with a bow. That's gonna kill Marcy.
Oh.
Just walk out of the way.
It's not. Perform the turtle maneuver, obviously.
The problem is
No.
the problem is I
Spissy,
didn't turtle. So
Spissy,
I actually,
why the
like,
fuck would you say that? Spissy, shut up.
Like, I didn't turtle this time, so
Literally,
the actual
shut the
tanky
fuck
units
up.
are up here.
No.
You're actually playing the game. I'm so proud of you. This is like such a beautiful moment to
Leo,
see
can
in
you, like,
4K.
kill this? No, you can't. Alright, so
No,
we're
but
gonna have
actually,
to
I think
reset.
you have an actual.
Spissy
Hold
said
up, you might-
should turtle
No,
on
I
the
said.
main stream.
I did it as a joke. God.
That's not a joke.
You guys are acting like I've committed a hate crime.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of hate crimes, I went to Tulsa to play in a Smash local, and they had a Smash 4 side event there.
So did you just?
That's a hate crime.
Smash 4 is a Smash 4 Bayonetta is a hate crime, even though she was probably made for the gays.
What about Ultimate Steve?
Ultimate Steve is fine.
I'm
If you're
joking.
John about
I'm
Ultimate
joking.
Steve, you're a bitch.
I know. I'm just saying. It's so funny how Tweet got upset by Steve instead of like it being a crowning achievement. People were like, yeah, this is fucking Steve. This is a broken ass character. Literally
But
being
the funny thing is, if you actually watch the set, it's clear that this is literally the first time Tweak has ever fought a Steve in his life.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he has no idea what he's doing. Poor guy.
So it's
Like, it doesn't
it's
matter
cool
how
that
good you are at the
you beat him
game.
twice. That's cool. That's like legit. But it's less on Steve being broken and more on Tweak not bothering to learn like how to fight a genuinely top tier character for some reason.
I mean, he may just not have ever been able to practice the matchup. Like, he might just not know anyone that he can get reliable practice against.
Just go on quick
Which
play.
is
You'll
like-
find one in like every 3 games. Literally, there's a guy
Fair.
in my region who he's been to like maybe 5 events, and he has not placed below top 6, except for our major where he placed 25th out of like 400.
I mean, to be fair, but like,
I'm not done with
matchup
this- I'm not
experience
done
in
with the story
region.
yet. I'm not done with the story yet.
Oh.
So like,
Motherfucker said that play.
yeah, so like I had to fight him at one point, and I'm like, hey, you're pretty good. Is this your first tournament? He's like, yeah. So I'm like, oh, that's neat. So then I just go about my own thing. The next time I'm doing friendlies with him, I sit down. And talking to him like, so this is your first tournament? And it's like, you're really good. And he's like, thanks. All I do is play Elite Smash.
You'd be
Dang.
surprised. Fucking white.
Yeah.
Literally like, and the funny thing is, if he went to more tournaments, he would legit be in our top 15. Like he is probably
can see
like
it.
he's probably a top 10 to 15 player in our area. He just doesn't go to shit because he's busy with school.
Right. Yeah, it's just like, that was the thing, like,
Oh, bye,
back in 4 and both really early Ultimate in my area, we had this guy who was a really nasty Greninja, but like he was the only Greninja player. Stream just died, by the way.
I know. Khalil died, so I had to reset, and we can't soft reset.
Oops.
Okay. But yeah, no, it's like we had this guy who was a really nasty Greninja, and it's like if he went anywhere else, he would own, because outside of our small little pocket community, no one else in like Oklahoma or Texas region would play Greninja at that
Fuck
level.
Greninja.
So,
So sick of that character.
Greninja?
but he'd come home and get stomped. That's the thing. Like if he ever played around our area, he'd get stomped. But if he went anywhere else, he would just win off of no one knowing how to deal with Greninja. It's funny.
That is
It was the same thing with
character.
Yoshi.
Yeah. And the kid
Honestly-
trying to buy Fortnite V-Bucks at GameStop for roulette was not even the weirdest thing I saw at the mall today.
Yeah, but real quick before we continue, I placed 4th at the Ultimate Local, and I won the
Let's
Smash
go.
4 side event.
Nice.
So many people do not know how to deal with Game & Watch. I swear at least 6 people wanted to punch me in that venue.
Oh, did you play Ultimate Game & Watch?
I played Pika, and then every time someone went a heavy on me, I picked exclusively Game & Watch and made them
Okay.
approach my shield.
That's what I was asking, because when we played, you played Min. So
I trolled when we played.
yeah. So did I. I was going Ganondorf.
Yeah, like neither of us are really playing the game at that
No.
point in time. But no, I play lights. I play Pika and Game & Watch.
Sev says, yeah, I was telling my brother a few weeks ago, there's probably some kid with 11 million GSP, the only one in the world, and they're just sitting there like, this game is so easy, bored out of their mind, sitting in front of the TV, on Elite Smash after school, and has never been to a tournament. Pretty much.
Probably.
We got one of those guys, except he's in like the hardest school in our area, and also would be ranked if he actually went to stuff.
Right.
Like that guy is just winning at life. would you like to hear the other weird thing I saw at the mall today?
Yeah.
Sure.
I mentioned this on Twitter earlier, so it's not a complete surprise for those of you that had seen it. But I'm just walking
I haven't
around the
logged
mall
into
looking for
Twitter
Christmas
yet.
shopping, and I passed this guy on the bench who was dressed as... Like, I'm looking at him for a second, and because I think he's cosplaying or something. Because the first thing I see is just he's got a fucking katana on his back. Like an actual katana, and he's just man-spreading on a bench outside Old Navy or something.
What the fuck?
And then I look at him, and he's like, what's that guy with the white hair from Naruto?
Sasuke?
No.
No, not Sasuke, white hair.
Itachi, I think, but
I'm literally just Googling white hair Naruto.
that,
No,
you
it's
have
not
the
this guy,
slightest
I'm thinking of
idea
someone else
how
who was
little
like-
that narrows it down.
White hair, black color scheme.
Do you have the slightest idea how
I'm aware
little
this does
that
not narrow
narrows
it
it
down
down?
to the slightest. But yeah. No, he's just, and I look closer, and he's just in like full cosplay with a fucking katana in the middle of a mall.
What?
And it gets weirder. Because this man is sitting next to a baby stroller. He's the only person on this bench. This has to be his stroller. So I'm like looking at it, and I'm trying not to stare, so I'm looking behind him. I couldn't tell if there was actually a baby in the stroller or not, but I'm gonna assume there was because that's about 10 times funnier. But like,
For those of you who's Mia, have you watched Naruto?
what do you think the
Obviously
answer
not.
is?
Okay, I'm assuming you haven't watched Naruto. Okay, for those of you who have watched Naruto, don't explain the joke. It's just the Uchiha on their last mission.
But like, so no, I'm like trying to figure out what this guy's deal with is. I could not get over the fucking katana. He just had a katana on his back, in the middle of a mall, like right outside Old Navy, watching his baby probably, or someone's baby. If there was a baby in that stroller, he was watching it. Otherwise, he was just watching the stroller. And then I go and I do my shopping, and I come back like 20 to 25 minutes later. Like, at this
still
point, I've
just
done my
chilling there?
shopping. I went to get, like, shiny tea. I got bubble tea. I texted Zelfie about Pokemon cards for a solid 5 to 10 minutes. And then I come back, and he's still sitting there in the exact same position with the stroller. He has not moved. He's still, like, in his full man spread, arms out.
God. What was bro doing?
I don't know. There's a part of me that wanted to ask, but I'm not about to go bother the guy who's, like, open carrying a katana in the middle
Got a
of the mall.
katana.
So,
You should have walked up to him and like respectfully bowed and see if he would have done it back.
I value my head being on my shoulders, and I'm extraordinarily paranoid, so...
Okay, that's fair.
Afraid of the white-haired katana man inside the
I
mall.
just
Yeah,
Incite
his hair
chaos.
wasn't white, it just reminded me of the character. There was, like, red... He had, like, a headband with, like, reddish flower decals on it.
Oh no. Oh no. The
Just-
joke just got better.
Does this narrow it down, SV?
The joke really did just get better.
Does this
God.
narrow it down,
Man,
or...
don't explain. Nobody explained the joke.
Just tell me
Someone
what
played
character
it.
he's supposed to be, if you know. Like, I know this sounds like I'm bullshitting, but I swear to you guys, I'm not.
I know you're
Oh, I
not
fully
bullshitting
believe
us.
you.
That's why we're cackling.
Like, this is legit something I saw while I was out Christmas shopping at a mall.
Okay, I gotta ask. He had like the headband, right? Like the whole ass ninja headband.
Yeah, ninja headband, it was black, it had, like, these red floral patterns on it.
All right, okay. Did the pattern have a line going through the center of it?
I think so. I only saw it from the back, so
Holy shit.
send me
Fancy's losing
send
their
me a
shit.
photo of the character, and I will tell you if it's the one you're thinking of.
It's the okay. I have to explain it.
Send me the
So-
picture of who. First, send me the picture of who you think I'm thinking of, and I'll tell you. if
Spissy,
it's-
no one explained the joke. Also, Spissy explains the joke.
I'm
Send
not
me
gonna
a photo
explain
of
the
this
joke.
man.
I'm explaining the line. Okay, that's all I'm doing. I'm explaining the headband. So the headband, all right. In the series, the headband is kind of like wearing an American flag on your head.
Oh,
just to paraphrase, having a line through the center of the symbol on your headband means you're marked as a traitor. That's the TLDR.
Oh.
That's the TLDR.
Okay. I see.
Odd.
It's a huge plot point, but again, we're not going to explain the joke.
Can you send me a photo of the character you think I'm thinking of?
Yeah. 1 second. I'll send you a picture of the guy. I'm not going to explain it.
Yeah, I don't need to know who the guy is or anything about him. I just want to know if we're thinking of the same guy. Like, I don't watch enough anime outside of Yu-Gi-Oh! To even know definitively if it was Naruto. I'm just like, it gave me Naruto vibes.
That's all it needs to do, really.
Naruto.
Yeah, that was my day today. I saw a ninja in the mall.
No way!
Unfortunately, it was not this guy.
All right, I was like, "There's no way you saw this guy," and I was
No. Like the headband was full black with like these red florally patterns.
I don't know. That might actually not be what I'm thinking of. Because if it had the metal,
red floral pattern anime.
If it had the metal piece on the center with the line going through it, that's the only important part. Look in stream with guest if you want to know what I sent Mia.
This isn't helping. Googling this is not helping. Anime character, black headband. I'm not sure what I'm expecting to find at this point. Like, I should have taken a picture.
Clearly.
Yeah, I don't know who he was cosplaying as, but he was definitely cosplaying, because why else do you walk in Walmart with a fucking katana?
Have you ever been to Oklahoma before?
Not even Walmart, just a random mall. It didn't even have a Walmart.
Have you ever been to Oklahoma before?
No, I don't have a passport at the minute.
Okay. So, since we're on the subject of cosplaying in public places like it's a casual thing, which it can be, having 4 high schoolers run around as the kids from Demon Slayer, just annoying random people at the mall, like full-blown cosplay. It was, honestly, I felt the need to just like follow them around for like 15 minutes and just see who was gonna snap at them first.
Was it a Karen?
It's like, huh?
Mia, the only red floral patterns wearing characters I was thinking of are any of the Akatsuki clan members, but I could still be a handful of characters. I'll Google Akatsuki clan and see what that comes up with.
I'm not gonna correct you. I have to stop myself.
Okay, yeah, this pattern is familiar. This is what he was wearing.
I was such a huge fucking weeb during high school, so like it's like
This
fighting
doesn't surprise me in the
myself internally.
slightest. The thing that surprises me most about you is that you have a deep voice and you're 6'2".
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it was something like this. It was something like this pattern.
Hold up, send it in stream with guests. So I can decide if I need to laugh harder or not. Because depending on what you're thinking of, it could
I don't
be funny.
know if it was like any of these specific characters or not, but he was wearing like a pattern like this.
Ah, okay, yes. So the guy above that actually wears that exact jacket. It's just, to cut it short on the lore, this is essentially bad guy, the jacket.
Okay. He was wearing an outfit based on that. It was like a tank top with like wrist gauntlets. And also the fucking katana.
Nah, you for real ran it. You for real.
I didn't think I would get someone who actually had enough information on anime to figure this out.
You for real ran into Itachi. The fact he was sitting next to a stroller is just fucking hilarious, by the way.
He was just saying, I'm not sure if there was a baby in there. I didn't get close enough to see.
There's not gonna be one in there for long if it was.
So true.
The fuck does that mean?
Wait, what? Zelda?
You don't know anything about Naruto.
No.
That's what that means.
I can't tell if Selfie's trolling, but I have obviously never
I
seen
don't.
Naruto, so...
I know jack shit about Naruto.
Okay, hold up, Zelfie. I'm DMing you.
Yeah, I only watch real animes, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5.
So true, bestie.
Isn't Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't there like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Season that's literally just card games on motorcycles?
There's a whole ass
Yes, it's also one of the
series, and
best ones.
It kind of kicks ass until they switch writers.
It's literally one of the best ones.
Like it has,
Zelfie, check your DMs.
Yeah, card games on motorcycles has probably the best arc in the franchise.
That's cool. It's sick.
Now do you see why I was laughing?
Yeah, I see why you're laughing now.
It's terrible. Oh yeah, back onto the more tame topic of Smash Brothers, because somehow that's more tame than anything we've discussed on this stream
We
so
haven't
far.
even been not safe for work. I've just had a very weird day.
Yeah, no, it's like because you have the tame people on stream.
I know, we're missing... Finn won't be here for a while because they're back at home. I don't know what the fuck Cheryl is doing.
Cheryl's redacted.
No, Cheryl is no
I
longer
guess.
redacted. Cheryl was actually here.
Oh,
For
okay, that's
Pokemon.
good.
Last time, yeah.
SV, have
Anyways,
I know Tax has been filled in on this, and I mentioned to Selfie earlier, but I haven't mentioned it while stream's been on, so like...
let's wait till after stream.
About a week ago, Cheryl TNT'd my house in Minecraft, and I got, like, furious at her. Which is why there wasn't a stream on Saturday or Monday, because Cheryl and I kind of weren't talking.
Yeah, I witnessed it live. It wasn't pretty.
It was not pretty. I don't think anyone in chat has seen me get legitimately angry.
God, it was terrifying. I've
Barely
never
just
seen you
missed
pissed
out
off
on
before
it.
that.
Because
I've
I
never
had
seen
just
you
like
pissed.
gone to like run a. I was actually making a new bed for myself. I just come back and I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I don't like to get angry like that. I really don't like that part of my personality. But Cheryl kind of deserved it.
Oh no, she'd have had it coming. She definitely had it coming. I'm not gonna deny it, but like you went overboard.
I got so angry that SV actually called me separately and was like, hey, chill out. And for the most part, that does not seem like something I'm capable of doing, does it? Hello, Seba.
But anyways, back to tame topics. Yeah. Have you ever gone from Ultimate to Smash 4 and just realized people die in slow motion in that game?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have.
It's awful.
It's amazing. Smash for knockback is the wave.
I got someone with Yoshi F Smash on fucking FD right ledge, and I sat there thinking they were gonna DI back in.
Nice.
I didn't realize they were dead. Like, in my mind, I knew, okay, that guy's dead, but there was no, like, kill screen or anything. I just sat there waiting for him to DI back in.
Yeah. Anyway, the punchline of the story is not that I got angry and you guys all got terrified. It's that I decided to go and rebuild a house after we made up. Because I wasn't going to, but I had a really good idea on the bus. I was thinking, what is the one place I could possibly build a house that Cheryl cannot blow it up? So
Reasonably.
I came to the very natural conclusion, I'm gonna send the picture in general, of building my
you
house
building underwater?
directly on top of her house.
Oh, hey, it's above my house too, technically.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the balloon knockback at E3 was really weird. Melee's knockback feels fine. I don't like melee movement much, partially because I can't do it, but melee knockback does feel fine. It's very satisfying to get a lightning kick and have him just fucking explode.
You
It
fall
is.
like you have
Melee's
you.
a good game.
Yeah, Melee is an amazing game. The only thing that like messes with me about Melee is that I play multiple Smash games, So coming back to melee and not having movement buffer feels like complete ass for the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, not having any buffer melee throws me off every time I try to get back into it.
You guys are weak. I play melee and ultimate on the same day in tournaments.
That's actually the reason why I can't play fucking Sword, because that character's physics fuck me up when I try to play another character.
Sora's physics still fuck me up too. I just can't. But like, I went back to playing Byleth for friendlies with Kaz just for fun, and I was like, holy shit, Byleth feels so much smoother.
Everything feels smoother after you play. Sora is the most unfinished, finished character. Like, there's so much stuff with him that just does not feel right in the context of the rest of the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't love his physics. I'll probably still keep playing him because he is definitely better than Byleth, and I don't know. I could also play Isabelle. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got recognized as the melee player, or not the melee player, the Zelda player by somebody in tournament today who I'd never met before. In melee. Or yesterday, I mean. And it was the most surreal experience.
You've successfully achieved fame.
I've successfully achieved fame in fucking melee.
You know what you should do?
What?
You should learn how to do Sheik's chain throws, just so that way, like, you run into someone who's, like, planking on the ledge or some shit. You get rid of their stock after whatever way Zelda challenges fucking planking. I don't know how she would do it. I don't play Zelda.
She kind of doesn't, but it's okay because nobody in my area actually aggroes. Or actually in camps, I mean. They all aggro. Only for melee. For ultimate, it's the other way around. But, like... Yeah, I felt really awkward being recognized as the melee Zelda player because that's never happened before. And then it got even more awkward when I won and he looked visibly kind of upset.
It's because Zelda's the low tier. Like, it's the same mental game as fighting against Sean in Third Strike. It puts the pressure on the guy you're against because you're picking a character that's so low tier it's practically a taunt.
Like, he won game 1 relatively convincingly, and then I double 3-stocked him, and he was a little upset.
Oh yeah, no, I would have been upset too.
No, even if I'm only going, like, maybe 2-2 at best, it's like, I'm way better at melee than I ever imagined I would be with this stupid-ass character. Like, how the fuck am I taking sets off of people who don't even play Ultimate and actually focus on melee? Like, what the fuck?
Some of them are just at me.
Like, the thing is, I stopped playing melee outside of, like, whenever I go to different areas because Oklahoma melee locals are just...
did it again.
They're just the worst, okay? Imagine having your bracket set up for you. You're like, okay, I'm going to go and have a fun time in this fast, aggressive, friendly game where me and my opponent are under the same idea that we're going to be attacking each other, and you fight 2 planking Jigglypuffs with no ledge grab limit.
Yeah. Yeah, thankfully there's, post-COVID, there's like 1 Puff in my area and no Samus players. So everyone will like try to approach me everyone will try to approach me at first, and then they'll start camping me if I start winning.
All of Melee's mid-tiers are sick.
Zelda's not even a mid-tier.
I was talking about the same as Colin.
Okay.
Well, let's talk about let's see. My region's last top 8 was 2 Jigglypuffs, a Marth, a Peach, a Yoshi, and then 3 Falcos.
I think the top 8 of our last local was Falco, Fox, Puff, Fox and Puff, Zelda. Oh god, I need to actually look at bracket 1 second. I know I got 5th. That's all I know. I know I got 5th.
Zelfie, do you by any chance play melee?
Play a little bit.
Who is your main?
I play DK.
You play DK?
DK?
Yeah.
Sick. I play Yoshi. I've had a lot of people just go like, oh, so you're like Amsa, and I immediately went to choke slam them. It's like, no, I am significantly more boring. I use my DJC to make you hate life.
Why can't I find the bracket?
You think I'm sick? Watch this.
Steve to do nothing but egg camp you on 3 plat.
It sounds
Yeah.
like you're just playing Brawl Yoshi.
That is
Yeah.
because my first experience to Yoshi was Brawl Yoshi, so yes.
Understandable. Okay, I need-
Sora feels like Brawl Yoshi with no egg. Full stop.
Yeah, I honestly don't think Sora is that good. I know Zelfie will disagree because he's been mid-main pilled to death.
Min pill.
Listen, I have to sponsor that kid.
Isn't he like?
I don't have a choice.
Isn't he like 10 years old or
Min
something?
pilled.
What?
Isn't he like 10 years old or something?
He's 16.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
so
a
it's
little
like,
bit older than the youngest one.
So it was Falco,
Wait, don't you
Fox.
play-
He's not 16. He's like 15.
Okay, Falco, Fox, Fox and Puff, Zelda, Marth, and then Mewtwo and Sheik.
Honestly, not a bad top 8. There's a couple, like, okay picks in there, but, like, no, that seems like a fun, interesting top 8 to watch.
Yo,
Yeah.
Mewtwo?
There's the obvious 2 outliers of Zelda and Mewtwo, so.
But Mewtwo's fun to watch,
Melee
and I never
Mewtwo
see
is really
Zelda,
cool.
so I'd watch anyways.
Melee
Melee's
Zelda is
mid-tiers
really
are all
fucking
sick.
new. I just get all the cheers because I'm the one stupid enough to do this with Zelda.
Like
this is
I
not a
would
cool
totally
character.
watch. I would totally watch Zelda Puff, even if it's a lame matchup, just because of the fact that I never get to see Zelda. Do you know how painful it is to stop wanting to show up to your Melee local because every grand finals that you're not a part of is Puff Puff Mirror?
That sounds lame.
I mean, one Puff plays like a crack addict and the other plays on the ledge, so... It gets pretty interesting to see what happens when the guy goes 2 stocks down and immediately assumes the position.
Assume the position.
It is what I refer to anytime someone begins grabbing the ledge over and over.
You should not watch my sets. You will say that so much you will literally die.
And Mia has assumed the position.
I'm not ranked now, and I likely won't be for like a couple seasons. But I literally made my city PR pre-COVID just by sitting on ledge. Not exclusively, but I would say I sat on ledge more than I did not sit on ledge.
I'm gonna show up to your local and just see how your region handles Yoshi.
Yoshi is actually among our most played characters. This
Oh,
does
God.
not mean we don't have a lot of people who are shit at the matchup, because a lot of people have a poor understanding of Yoshi as a character. But oh god.
Oh right, doesn't your region like believe that Smash 4 Yoshi is a secret top tier or something?
No, we were pretty realistic on Smash 4 Yoshi. Seth
People
says,
overrated
Seth
him
has a
so
quote that
much.
says, being a melee Zelda main is a psychological pressure cooker that will break you eventually for better or for worse. And to my response is, you cannot break somebody who's already broken. You cannot hurt me. You cannot possibly hurt me anymore. And yes, that is true. Melee Zelda is really lame and really frustrating to fight because she's so terrible, but she hits you once and you die. But also, like, she's so terrible that if you lose to Melee Zelda, the other player absolutely deserves it. That's the thing. Like, the character is so bad that you just have to be so much the better player just to do your really crappy game plan.
Honestly, I think I would be afraid to play against you just because the idea of losing to Melee sounds like a permanently scarring memory.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's how I get away with it. Because people, like, I start winning, and then they get frustrated, so I start winning even more. And that's just how it
Honestly-
goes. And if you lose to me and you actually play melee as your main game, you can't live that down. Like, I beat a top seed once, and he has not entered a bracket since.
Okay, what I'd do, right? I'd show up, I'd get put against me in bracket, be game 1, Yoshi, Zelda. I'd die to random forward air, and then I immediately go Marth and proceed to play the most lame chain grab oriented game.
Yeah. No, my
Like,
best
why would
win
you
is
chain
actually
grab Zelda?
against
It
one of
doesn't work.
my best win's against her best local Marth, so...
God.
That
Well, Marth is
matchup
the only
hell
character I know how to
on, by
play.
the way. All of
I'll
them
go
are,
with
but
Sheep-
that one
Sheep
especially.
and chain grab though, but
I'll go Sheik then.
Alright.
Just whichever character can keep you off the ledge by never letting you touch it.
I did it again. I need to pull these back next turn. And then Khalil's here. I need to kill the sniper. Sniper needs to die. Because the
No,
sniper
Tony moved.
because the sniper keeps killing Khalil, and that's why we've had to reset twice.
All right. I got to give a salute to my man. The Greninja main from my local has now moved to California.
Rip.
damn.
07's in chat. He's
Rip.
now become a SoCal player,
Yeah.
forever destined to drown in pools.
BC's gonna lose one of our guys to SoCal soon, I think.
Listen, you didn't have to call me out like that.
But like, I don't think I'm contractually allowed to say who we're losing, but I think we're losing someone. Although we might get Peckham, so it might be more like a trade.
Oh Lord.
I think Peckham would honestly like to move here, so.
It's like
And,
I think
I kind of
our-
hope he does. He's a really nice guy.
I want to go to the local again next Thursday, but I don't know if it's actually worth my time. Well, it
you did
depends on if
okay.
I'm working. Huh?
You did good.
I know I did good, but it's like, I'm gonna be real. I felt like I was autopiloting most of it because it started at 7 and it was really hard to find a way there in the first place.
That's fair. I got
Discord
hit with that
stream's down, by the way.
I was like so out of it yesterday that I legit tried to pay for my entry fee with my bus pass.
Okay, that video is actually really good. The one Kaz just sent in general, that's a very good video. That thumbnail's hilarious, but that's a very good video.
Yeah, like, I mean, the most balanced Smash is 64 without a doubt.
What?
In terms of like,
Run that-
in terms of like
run
relative
that
balance,
What? Have you played a game of 64 in your life?
I have played exactly one. I played Kirby.
Oh my god.
I love
Okay.
64.
I enjoy watching
64
64 a
okay.
lot. I think 64 is a legitimately fascinating game.
Oh, it's a great game. No, I love 64. I'm just saying it is the most balanced Smash is like, I felt like I just watched you kick a puppy.
64 is the
It's
most
like-
balanced Smash.
No! Stop kicking the puppy!
You forgot I don't like dogs.
That doesn't
Kick the puppy harder.
reminds me of the Maji tweet now that I
If
think
Mia
about
was a dog, I'd punch her too.
Damn.
You would do that. You do that anyways. You just don't want to.
it. Twitch, I can't see Twitch chat right now, but they're probably just like, that puppy got the boots, go get him, Mia.
No, I think chat's just not over. Chat's just not over us. Alright. Alright.
Lord.
Please don't kill Khalil this time. Please. Please don't kill Khalil
Wait,
this
is-
time.
Is Discord stream back up?
Oh no, it's not.
I don't know. I've been playing Terraria.
I've been looking at this deck for an hour and a half.
Like, I think in terms of relative balance to each other, their characters in 64 are all a little bit closer than the other games. Like, the gap
Most
between Link
balanced
and,
is
like, the gap
probably
between
Melee.
Pikachu and Link is still very big, but I don't think it's, like, as big as, say, Melee, Fox, and Bowser, or God forbid, Ball, Meta Knight, and Ganon.
All right. I think the one, like, the thing is, at a top level in 64, and mind you, I have a region that is quite literally just a bunch of Isai fanboys, so 64 is a pretty played game around my local. All the older Smash games are for whatever reason.
Do you guys have a brawl scene?
Yes. Matter of fact, we have a
let's go
brawl at our
brawl.
college. We have a brawl scene at our college that we play like twice every week.
Okay, I'm moving there. You can't start
That's
me.
This is how
Meta
Mia
Knight's
goes to
banned.
college.
This is how I go to college, in fucking Oklahoma.
To
Literally
play
just to
fucking
go.
brawl with tech students.
Literally just to go play Brawl. Like, I want to start hosting
Yeah,
Brawl
okay.
locals in my area,
Okay.
but I just do not have the resources.
Hi, Cheryl.
Just so
Hold
you
on.
know, we have 0 ICs players at this brawl. So like,
That's
Oh my
awesome.
God, yes.
That's awesome from like a health perspective, but also I play Peach, so
MK is completely banned, and you have 0 ICs players.
okay.
That's so
MK being
sad.
banned
You lost
is
me.
honestly slightly lame, but
And
whatever.
you lost me.
Yeah, MK being banned is lame, but it's like, I have convinced them to unban MK starting next semester because
okay, I'm back to moving to Oklahoma.
Yes.
the reason they banned MK is because before I showed up, they were like scrubbing the fuck out of the floor. Like they didn't know ICs could chain grab.
Oh,
And then across
I
the
would
semester,
go
I just-
past there.
I should come over
Yeah.
there and do DDD stuff
Yeah.
if they don't know.
Yeah,
do they
no,
know
I
what
did the
momentum
DDD
cancel
chain
is?
grab and I did the ICs chain grab. Like across the 3-month semester we had, it was literally just me showcasing every bullshit thing about Brawl.
That's good.
Yes.
Oh, you're making me jealous. You're fucking making me jealous, dude. Do you know how much I want to play like Brawl tournaments? Like I would literally go back in time and be born like 10 years earlier just so I could be a Brawl vet.
I mean, just come to Oklahoma. The skill level here has improved exponentially, and we're
Mercy, I
unbanning
think.
Meta Knight next semester, so...
Yeah. Like here's the thing, I don't play Meta Knight, so like I'm not saying it because I want a name. Brawl Meta Knight is just the coolest character in Smash history.
I play Brawl Yoshi. I don't mind MK.
Yeah, I play Peach, so that I know that's just a very like piss poor matchup. But
It's a piss poor matchup for most of the cast.
Exactly.
But Brawl Meta
Yeah,
Knight
like-
is sick.
And Kirby.
The thing is, like Brawl tier listing is stage 1. Is your matchup against Meta Knight good? If no, go to E tier.
and if no encompasses most of the cast.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but that's the thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, like
Your
the top 10
matchup on
characters
Meta-
also have bad mentions against Meta Knight. Just slightly more doable.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Like,
But yeah, no,
Kaz and I
Brawl
can
is
vouch for each
Brawl's
other.
a
We're
fun
both
game.
very good at Brawl. I wish we could both play in tournaments. Kaz plays fucking Pokemon Trainer in Brawl. Like, that's dedication.
Or masochism.
And I've learned that Squirtle versus Peach is
Mostly
actually
the
really
second
tough
one.
for Peach. So,
Yeah, Squirtle is a good character.
Squirtle
The other
is a
two
good
aren't,
character.
but
The other
Squirtle
two
is
are
a good
not.
character.
Which makes for some fun irony in Ultimate, where Squirtle is the worst of the three.
You're kidding, right? Actually,
Nope.
no, I believe it. Ultimate bad game, after all.
Ultimate
In
Squirtle is the
Ultimate?
worst of the three characters.
Yeah.
You
You're
know what
correct.
you know what the funniest thing ever in Brawl is? Whenever you don't randomly get it ruined by Trip?
What?
Being a non-Meta Knight player on the ledge, using Egg to make them do a bad get up, and then just hitting them with Dacus from halfway across battlefield.
That sounds fun.
God, I love Dacus.
I mean, Taurus probably the worst
cool.
one. I don't know.
It's so
There's
cool.
no real
Yo,
worst
let's
one.
go,
They're all
Lucy, eh?
super fucking good in each different matchup. You have to like consider every matchup possible to find the worst one.
I know, at least for the Wii Fit matchup, and honestly most Zoner matchups, Squirtle is the worst. Which I realize sounds like I'm high out of my mind, but I've done this matchup a lot. Like, our ranked Pokemon trainer agrees with me on this fact, that there is no reason to play Squirtle into Wii Fit, because you will get camped out until you get the Switch.
Yeah. Squirtle doesn't have Destroids.
Squirtle has no way to deal with Circle.
All Squirtle players are also bad. No one actually plays Squirtle.
No one actually plays Squirtle or Ivysaur.
Except for JP.
Like, no one plays Squirtle or Ivysaur at all. Like,
That's
everyone
because
just
people get
autopilots the
habit
fuck out
of
of
getting kills with Charizard, and then that little thing in their brain that produces serotonin is like, yeah, go back to Charizard.
All right, so I just asked our esports admin about next semester's brawl stuff, and he said that him and a couple other people who have been organizing the tournaments are considering getting rid of Ices because of the torturous chain grab sequences I put them through.
Yeah, that's fair. I think
single-handedly just got a character banned.
Like, it's weird banning Ices from not Meta Knight from an outside, but Ices is just way, way unhealthier.
Good.
Like, Brawl Ice Climbers is probably the most toxic character in the series. It's them or Bayonetta.
No, Ices is worse because Bayonetta at least gets rid of it quick.
This is true.
Because the thing is, not only is like the Ices chain throw extremely easy,
Also takes a while.
mm-hmm. They gotta get you to kill percent. That shit takes forever.
Mm-hmm.
They could just infinite you, but there's a rule against that.
Mm-hmm.
The rule caps out at 300%.
I don't know how to Dacus in Brawl, but I play Peach, who does not benefit even remotely from it, so...
Dacus setups are like sick when you have the good ones. Like using Yoshi eggs to ledge trap and then countering with Dacus on normal get up and roll get up is great.
Peach's Dacus is about as good as you think it is from a character with that level of mobility.
Oh yeah, no, Peach's Dacus is like sliding a snail across the floor and trying to knock over bowling pins with it.
No, I believe you get more burst movement out of just forward airing.
Probably true.
You know, I've learned from playing Brawl with Kaz that Peach versus Squirtle actually sucks.
Any brawl DDDers in the chat?
Cheryl.
Kaz and I took turns trying to chain grab each other one time.
I dabble in DDD, but I actually mean Kirby and Brawl.
The one
Why
I would
game
just use
besides
DDD
64
to just
where-
cheese people with chain grab if they don't know what to do.
The
That
one
shit's
game
funny as
besides
fuck.
64 where Kirby is actually a respectable pick. And that's a very loose definition of respectable.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Kirby's good, but he's not like complete trash.
He's mid-tier, which is higher than average considering which character we are talking about.
Wait, Kirby and Brawl or in 64?
Brawl. Kirby in
And
64
Brawl.
is nuts.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you were talking about Kirby in 64 being a mid tier, and I was like, are you high?
No.
No, not new meta 64. Haven't you heard?
Kirby's like one of the best characters in 64. I really thought you guys were just high off your asses for a moment.
No, I mean Brawl Kirby being mid-tier is like higher than average for a character who has been low tier in 3 of the 5 games.
I don't know. I never put Kirby above E tier in anything I do because I've never seen anyone play Kirby seriously in a game outside of 64.
Yeah,
I saw a lot of serious Smash 4 Kirby's.
yeah, wonder what happened.
People
to him.
genuinely thought that character was good for the longest time.
I know people.
I genuinely thought that character was good for the longest time.
I honestly think Smash 4 Kirby is like a bottom 3 character.
Yeah, probably now in retrospect.
Like Kirby
But like
Ganon's
before,
up
all the
there,
patches-
that's
before
the
all
bottom.
the patches finished, I thought the character was still pretty good.
Yeah, like the character had like okay-ish matchups in the Sheik, and literally just Sheik.
Kirby Fox wasn't the worst thing ever.
I love watching that
it
character
only-
crouch
it
underneath
only
all this
fell in.
random bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's much what Kirby did. It made Falcon an unlosable matchup for Kirby, I think. But, you know,
Yeah.
it was Falcon. Who cared? Mao.
Smash
What
4
about-
Falcon is like fine enough.
Hey, back on the subject of Brawl, I found my old like Google Notes listing of random Yoshi setups that I made back in like 2012. What crackhead in me thought grab release into Dacus was a true move?
Smash training mode, everybody.
Yeah, that sounds like something. That sounds like
I was
something
on
that
meth
would.
as a child. I
That
was
sounds
on
like-
meth.
That sounds like something that would work in fucking Brawl though.
Yeah.
It does.
This will
Autumn
probably not
Wario,
surprise
maybe.
any of you. I did not really
Oh,
like stuff
you're
in
right. Wasn't there like an infinite chain grab in Smash 4 with Wario or something like that? Like
Just
the
pay
early
through.
days.
Peach
Smash
has
4
one.
does not have infinite chain grabs because Smash 4 specifically like got rid of them in the code because it just will not let you grab after a grab.
There were some ways to mitigate it, I thought.
There were a couple of tricks that let you go infinite, yes. Most of them were footstool setups.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's footstools.
Yeah, footstool.
Speaking of
What you might be
Speaking of
thinking
Smash
of
4 and
is
footstools.
in
Smash
Brawl
4
there were.
footstools are the greatest thing ever.
I think what you might be thinking of, Zelfie, is in Brawl, Wario had a very high air release animation, so several characters could infinite him just by like grabbing him and then pummeling him to death, pretty much.
I feel like I
Yeah.
explicitly remember my Smash Quarter video about this.
Yeah, Yoshi is actually one of the characters that can infinite Wario in Brawl.
Rip my Smash Quarter. What happened to him?
I think they took a break from the internet.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Their last video, I think, was what?
2 years ago on Snake combos.
Yeah, optimizing Snake's down throw.
Oh lord.
They did. They released that video on attack canceling that got everyone hyped, and then they
They did,
realized, oh,
and
you
that
could
was
just
about
you
it.
could just instant
Yeah.
run.
They posted the video on Bidu,
Yeah,
if I recall.
I'm going back through all of their videos.
There used to be some fucking videos.
Oh, Little Mac, back in the 3DS days, Wario still does old air release animation.
Oh, that's what I was thinking
So you
of.
couldn't
Oh,
infinite,
right.
but a lot of characters
3DS Smash.
got like a bunch of shit
3DS.
out of it, including KO Punch.
Yeah, that's the funniest one.
My first ever Smash 4 Smash Local, right? I had brought just my standard stuff. I brought my GameCube controller and whatnot. My younger brother brought his fucking 3DS. That was his controller of choice.
That kid
Dude,
is
I
a
played on
legend.
the 3DS for the longest time,
Same
too.
here. In fact, the first time Zelfie and I played each other back in Smash 4, we did it via 3DS because I didn't have a GameCube controller at the time.
No, like this was like on Wii U setups. This dude dealt with all of that input lag
No, that
and
kid is a
somehow
legend.
still went 2-2.
That kid is just a legend. That's all I got.
Dustin's good. Like the thing is, my brother is like one of those people where you see them do something and you're like, wow, this person could really be something. And then you just see that they don't care at all.
Yeah.
But also, like, he was playing Mario, so.
Oh, never mind then. I only play
It's like-
skilled. I only play skilled characters in Smash 4, like Rosalina.
Oh, yeah, you mean
You just
starting the
named a
stock by
character that
killing you
requires
off flat.
even less skill.
Smash for Corn, when every character was fucking slow as balls, so Corn actually got to land their combos.
All I'm reminded of Smash 4 Rosa was the 2-month period where I mained her because I was playing friendlies and I confirmed someone with Luma up air at 30% and said, this is my new main.
Oh yeah, I was a Rosa player
Mhm.
from day one, more or less. I dabbled with a lot of other characters, just like an Ultimate, but I stuck my gun with Rosa.
I played.
Pretty much what I did with
say
Yoshi.
Smash 4 was crazy. At the start, well, at first I really wanted to name Robin. I thought Robin was the coolest fucking character ever. And then I sucked with Robin at first. And then I eventually got better with them. But at first, it was like I played a lot of Rosalina. And then I also played a lot of ZSS.
I remember when we played, you used Mewtwo mostly.
Yeah. And then Mewtwo. Well, I played Mewtwo as soon as Mewtwo released.
And then Mewtwo became actually good.
Yeah, and then Mewtwo became actually good.
Then they made him move as fast as Sheik.
Yeah, exactly. And then that character
really
became good.
I
Like,
think we
it
should
really
make Ganon move
sucks.
as fast as Sheik next. I think that
And
would
then
True,
I eventually
true.
just stopped playing Rosa in general. I didn't really find the character as fun as I used to. I dropped ZSS as soon as ZSS got nerfed.
Yeah.
You guys remember Up Air Uppy?
Yeah, it still worked to the end of the game. It just didn't work at 0.
Yeah, exactly. That shit was the
Honestly-
funniest thing ever.
Honestly, I wanted Robin to be like cool and ultimate, and then I saw how people played him at higher levels, and really he just kind of functions like Ness that has college dropout grades and an opioid addiction.
Shut up. His aerial
You're
smash
saying
attacks.
this to you're saying this to a Robin player to
I'm not coping.
yeah, you're saying this to a Robin player and an ex-Robin player, SB, so watch your mouth.
No, I like this
You can't tell me. You can't tell me Arcfire isn't just like.
Okay, if the Robins are arc firing in neutral, they're doing something wrong.
Yeah. They're playing the game
I
wrong.
just mean it functions like PK Fire with the timer on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ledge, absolutely.
Yeah, but you can't. Okay, you can't call the PK Fire to PK Fire.
You can arc fire to arc fire.
Well, I was
You
gonna say, well,
absolutely
you
can
can't.
PK
Well, I
Fire
was
to
gonna
PK
say,
Fire.
well, you can't
Yeah,
combo
you can.
PK Fire to
PK
PK
Fire
Fire,
to PK
and then I
Fire,
stopped
too.
myself
You cannot
because I
be
realized
gunner
what I
PK
was
Fire
saying.
to be gunner
But
PK Fire.
you can't
because
call the
gunner
PK Fire
sucks.
into a PK Fire in the air.
Yes, you can.
Shut up!
Have you seen any NES gameplay ever?
Shut up! Shut up! I'm not gonna.
All right.
Okay, but you can't.
More coping.
How do you get out of the Luigi blender? Do you mean like the combo, or do you mean the down B?
You see, Luigi players just made dumb as fuck names for all their moves, and it's so hard to tell the difference because all their moves are dumb as fuck.
Yeah, like I could see the combo realistically being called the Luigi blender, but I could also see that being the name for the down B. So I mean, you just
The
want to
blender.
SDI like your life depends on it.
Or just
I
don't
always
get
called-
grabbed.
Yeah,
I always
SDI,
called the down
if
B
you
the
are
whirlpool.
unfamiliar, is just wiggling the control stick in a direction you want to go while you're in hit lag.
Like,
So
wait, why would you call Luigi Downby the blender? Like, you gotta call it like quicksand or a whirlpool if you're a Smash 4 vet, because the first hit of that shit used to send you tumbling forever.
oh, yeah, but I could see it being called the blender because it does like the spinny thing.
Oh, true.
You
And
guys
in case you
Smash
were
4
not aware,
customs.
blenders spin like a bot.
I know, blender spin.
Just
This
making
just,
sure.
this just reminded me of Smash 4 Customs. With
Oh,
all
by the way,
fucking
did something
no,
happen? Like, did anything
no,
important happen in
no.
Fire Emblem today? Or
Trip
you just-
sapling.
No,
Trip
we're-
sapling.
None of the characters that you voiced showed up, Cheryl, for starters.
Oh, cool.
We finished the chapter that we got to the very end of last week. Or last time. we
Oh,
played
me is
this, it
actually
was
playing the
last week.
game. Yo, we're about to go an entire chapter with none of the T word.
Yeah, Tom.
I will say, Customs Palutena, like lightweight super speed Palutena in Smash 4 is one of my all-time favorite characters. And I was really excited to try her in Ultimate because I thought they might do it, and then they just did not. And they just made her like the
Explosive
most boring
flame.
milk
But the
toast
character's
character.
dead now.
Like, give me back lightweight and super speed, just please.
So did anybody else call the DK custom where his up B becomes a massive tornado Florida Kong?
I
Oh my
think
God.
I just called it like DK Cyclone because I was like.
I just called it the suck.
Yeah. Speaking of customs, give me Wii Fit Jumbo Hoops back, except with normal hoop distance.
Oh fuck.
I want jumbo balls. I want the jumbo ball.
Jumbo Ball and Small Ball were both really good. I think I'm just too used to the physics of normal ball at this point.
I know custom Pac-Man is like pretty much not too different from regular Pac-Man, but it was still funny. All the
Customs Villager.
Customs
I'm just
Villager
mad that
is...
Customs Villager was.
We
I
don't
love
talk about Customs Villager.
Trippy Sapling. I love Trippy Sapling. And that was my name during Customs.
Of course it was. You play Robin.
Trip Sapling is a...
Oh,
we don't speak
and
about it.
I think the funniest part about that is that we didn't have like a certain FD's band. You could take
Yeah.
anyone to any Final Destination form. So I always brought people to
The
Green
green
Hill Zone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like this was
It's like
before
this
Cloud
game.
and Bayonetta were released, or a good Mewtwo, or Corrin, or all of the other DLCs that Villager just ate shit to. So
Yeah.
this is when Villager was like arguably a top 10 character without it too.
I also made that character too. Villager was so fucking funny.
Anybody
What's
else
wrong with
remember
you?
the trauma? Like the trauma induced by Ryu with full rage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Ryu was
Jab-
pretty bullshit.
Do I need
Jab
to pull
shore
up the
you,
clip again?
killing
It's
you
been a
in
while.
30.
Oh, I remember trying to play that character on the 3DS. It was not good.
That shit is impossible.
It is impossible.
This is what I think it is. It was at Redacted Saga.
Redacted.
Oh yeah, this is exactly what I think it is.
Fucking Dustin doing the jab DP on 3DS. I don't know how he did it. Like, I don't know how, but he went from a 3DS Mario player to a 3DS Ryu player and did the jab
Hello,
short you
Zodiac
confirm
Braves. How's it
on the
going?
3DS joystick.
We're
Yeah.
playing Fire Emblem and we're talking about everything but Fire Emblem, so...
Yeah, fuck
For the
Fire
average
Emblem.
Fire
Why are we
Emblem
playing this
stream.
game?
I mean, if you ask Twitter, we're pretty much just talking about the thing that comes before Smash,
Oh, I know,
which is
but
Fire
these people
Emblem.
don't. These people don't. These people in this call probably don't remember this clip.
What clip? What?
I
Oh
posted
my
a video
God.
in a
Oh,
timestamp.
no.
I know what this is. I love this.
Okay, you guys remember. You guys
Yes, it's a
remember.
Mr.
Saga.
Art clip.
Not Redacted Saga.
Yeah, it's a fucking Mr. R clip.
Yeah,
I know this shit like the bottom of my fucking heart.
it's almost
God.
2022 and
Someone's
Mr. R is
missed
still
out,
the go-to guy for Smash 14 because it just happened to him constantly.
Someone's got to go on a 55 tournament win streak. That's all I'm saying.
No.
Yeah, that'll be Leo, and then we can just forget about Redacted for the rest of our
Never
lives.
talk about it
Yeah.
again, right?
Yeah, no, like someone has to get that tournament win streak just for the fact of knocking that dude off of the
Yeah.
world record or whatever it was.
That
The
fucker's
fucking-
still making videos too. That's the thing.
Oh
Like,
yeah, didn't he?
apparently made
Didn't
a video
him
today,
and the
which his title is, and I quote, "I pretend to
Like,
be a
he
girl and
disguises
destroy
himself
arenas in
as a
Smash
girl
Bros."
with a fucking myth for a profile pic. I'm like, how cringe are you?
Like, wow, you're a predator
Exactly
and,
as much as
you're
before.
doing this. That's like,
time
girl.
is a flat fucking circle.
So true, Basti.
Why do you hear multiple voices? Because there are about 4 of us in VC at the minute. 5? 4?
No, it's just the voices inside of your head.
Yeah.
Would you
Me-
guys
me
like to
and
Yeah, we're
introduce
all in
yourself for the new
personalities.
person, or are we just going to leave it a mystery?
It's what's the dude's name here?
The Donkey Kong.
Fuck.
Zodiac
Hello, new
Braves has
person.
joined us.
There's like 4 of us here. We
Who's
vibe.
the guy inside the computer? Forgot his name.
Frank Fenelius.
Frank Fidelius. There we go.
God, that was incredible. That was so funny to me because I've never seen you two have to interact with a child before.
Selfie, don't swear. Damn, I can't even say damn. Damn.
No, it wasn't even that. It was like, Zelfie, don't swear. And it was like, oh, right, I'm an idiot. And then she just goes, and then she gets upset because you said idiot, and that's a bad word when you're 7.
No, it was like Zelfie don't swear. I think it was like Zelfie
You
don't
called
swear. I
Cheryl an
said,
idiot,
"Oh,
and I think
fuck."
that prompted it. Yeah. She didn't
Yeah.
hear that, thankfully. She didn't hear that, but
Oh fuck, my bad.
she did hear you call Cheryl an idiot and got very upset by it.
Uh-huh.
Of course.
No, I called
Kids are
Frank
like the most
Fidelius an
wholesome
idiot.
thing ever. I really don't know, like, how they can be so blissfully, like, kind to others.
They're 7 years. She's 8 years old right now. She was 7 at the time.
It's just children in general. Like,
Yeah.
my
Kids are-
cousins think the word dum dum is a swear. Like,
Yeah, my cousins did about the same thing. Children are awesome. Like, we should all just be more like children. Just be
It's true.
unchildren.
This is a Chungus 100 wholesome Reddit
Not
moment.
that kind of children, like young. before they get internet poisoned. You know,
Too late for my sister.
yeah. Here's like a thing that you guys might be surprised. I did not swear even once until I was 14.
Oh no, what I would do as a kid in like fucking 3rd, 4th grade
Oh, I remember
is that
this
me and my
story.
friend would go to the bathroom and start cussing in the bathroom. I would just say shit like motherfucker and bitch, and we would laugh our
What
ass
the
off.
fuck?
I remember
thought
you
it was-
telling this story before. I know it's in the QDB song.
dude, do I explain what my family did to me before I to understand what
Not on
swears
stream, you
were?
don't. Not on stream, you don't.
No, it's really not that bad. It's just, you know how like most kids' first word is like mom or dad or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my uncle, who I'm not going to dox on stream, was very insistent that my first word should be boob.
What a fucking legend. What
Yeah.
a fucking legend.
Apparently, my
So my
first word
first-
was apple.
My first word was booby, so I think I...
And I have seen the kind of games you play in your spare time. Not much has changed.
Shut
So
up!
true.
Oh my lord!
Me
You just
and
killed me.
Milker.
I'm dead.
You and Milker.
I'm dead.
Skelter,
killed me.
baby.
Mary Skelter! Mary motherfucking Skelter! I'm so glad I finished that game and I never have to play it again. The degenerate fan service in the back half of that game genuinely made me want to turn off my Switch at least several times.
Yeah, I saw some of it, and I was
It's so bad.
very uncomfortable. But, you know,
No.
This might surprise
What I
someone
was
who
showing
knows
you
the
was from the
game.
first 2 chapters. You didn't get to see the back half of that game.
I don't want to, frankly.
What game
I
were we
don't want to show you it. It was bad. Like, the game already made me uncomfortable. The only reason I wanted to beat it was because a friend recommended me to it, and he called me a pussy, and I wouldn't play on hard mode. So I wanted to play on hard mode just to, fucking one-up his ass.
Nice. You know, I did not swear once until I was 14, and now I am probably the worst of all of us.
You
No.
have never been in a conversation with me before, and it shows.
So true.
No, you are absolutely not the worst of all of us, cunts.
You're like the most polite of all of us,
Yeah.
in fact.
I think the difference is that I use it just casually for emphasis, as opposed to like
Yeah, so do I.
insulting people with it. It's
You guys ever heard me die in Splatoon before?
once you just shouted no a lot. We actually
Yes,
have the
You
clip
ever
of
see
it
me trying to
somewhere.
make a grilled cheese sandwich?
Yes, I don't ever want to go cooking with you, but I'm not sure if I'm the
Cheryl
worst here.
setting off the
But
fire alarm.
I'm not sure if I'm one of the worst here, but I know I come off as being one of the worst when I'm around like other friends. You just came here to
Because
watch
you're
the
on the
video, so I
internet.
wasn't expecting all of this.
We've
Yeah,
just poisoned you.
we are an acquired taste. But no, our gimmick is that we just put a bunch of people into VC and talk about whatever, while also playing Fire Emblem. When there's plot,
Hey
we do
guys,
care about the
check
plot.
general. Check general. Important image.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh god, why is my thing lagging? Fuck. I'm just trying to grind at Shadow Armor and
Oh, true.
no.
This is basically our stream half the time recently.
This is basically the stream.
Yeah.
I love this image. It's so good.
Yeah,
Hey
that's-
guys, share if you think Fire Emblem is awesome or fucking hate NFTs.
Share if you
Man,
listen to Moto
we almost put a whole stream without dunking on crypto too.
I will never allow crypto to exist. We can destroy those nerds.
Didn't you find a way to fudge the tokens, or?
Oh yeah, no, I've been working on that. It's a funny little thing.
I
Not
used
too
like an
fungus,
extra
the
day
tokens.
to do your
Whenever we
fudge.
destroyed the blockchain,
Yeah.
So, pretty
Hey
much.
guys, we're gonna be streaming destroying the NFT blockchain. It's gonna be pretty pog. Hope you tune in.
blockchain or like catch us overhead.
So true.
Blockchain? Oh yeah, that's good. I just
Yeah.
got that.
Plus
Why
some
not take me a
blockchain.
second? But no, there was a huge crypto bro group at our local place, and I decided to do a little bit of trolling with that thing I showed you guys earlier. It works. It works.
What'd you do?
Nice.
Works really well, actually. In
He funged the
fact,
tokens.
huh?
He funged the tokens, pretty much.
Pretty much. To
Yeah.
paraphrase, it burns the tokens. It puts them in the fire. And yeah, no, I had a kid at college try to physically attack me because I deleted his monkey picture.
Okay, maybe it's good that you're 6'2".
No, like he was like grabbing my shoulders and like screaming on me. He was like, "That was 28 ETH. Do you know how much that is?" And I'm like, "No, and I really don't fucking care."
It is completely worthless.
Wait, they had monkeys?
Yeah, we had an NFT kid at our school. He no longer goes here because we clowned on him for screaming at me.
Let's see.
Aww.
I can't believe
That's so
Motherfucker had it coming.
actually exist.
Yeah.
I think to add to our list of bot commands, we need days since Mia and Zelfie last fought 0, and we need days since stream last dunked on crypto. Because those are the two constants of these streams.
That I would never allow that counter to hit 1.
No. It's like the counter on Cheryl's house, days since Cheryl last burned her house down.
I mean, now that Mia's house is on top of it, it's probably going to go up a little bit.
Yes, days since
In
Cheryl
flames?
last
Yeah, I
burned her
agree.
house down.
Mia's house isn't made of something flammable. It'll be fine.
No, this house was specifically made to not be flammable.
Or explodable, apparently.
It's still probably explodable, but Cheryl would have to blow up her own house too.
It's very explodable, but Cheryl would have to hit every single house on the server, so...
Yeah. Cheryl would have to blow up her
yeah.
own house, my house, and SB's house.
Yeah. Any grief you could do hits her, too. If she doesn't care, well...
What is Vesperia's post? Vesperia's post.
I know, you just read that. What the fuck is that?
Okay, hold on. I'll do a dramatic reading of it. I
Batman
am, of course,
NFTs.
world famous for my dramatic readings of shitty Smogon posts, so... Joker
Have you
goes
guys
insane
seen the
over
Somalia
NFTs, and
post?
someone uses his likeness for one. Him and Harley destroy minds using a giant mallet and a comical magnet. Batman and Joker team up to defeat Elon Musk. Batman is revealed to have invested in many NFTs and is revealed to be the villain of the week, and reignited the Joker's hatred for him. Smoke clouds over Gotham from mines. Joker and Batman go to jail together. That's all I got.
Batman is
sounds fun.
radicalized.
Oh my god. That just, your dramatic reading reminded me of that audio clip I had you record for Cypher Chord.
I remember that. Oh, do you still have that?
I'm gonna go ahead and
God.
post that.
That was such a while ago.
Hey guys, what's your thoughts on communist Batman?
Non-canon.
Like, how would that even work?
It's just not. It just doesn't. It literally cannot.
It's like Batman, but he goes to the local farmer's market to buy his weapons.
I mean, wasn't Communist Superman like a spin-off for a while?
It was an actual thing, yeah. Alternate reality canon or whatever.
Yeah, the only
That's
Superman
beast.
one I've ever read is All-Star Superman, so...
Oh my god.
Okay, I think we might actually finish a chapter tonight.
Oh my god, that's
Yay.
Holy shit.
I bet you guys forgot we were playing Fire Emblem.
I've been playing Terraria. I'm grinding up Shadow Armor right now because I'm in super early game and I want good armor.
Alright, Zelf.
You guys wouldn't
Cactus.
believe what I'm playing right now.
Is it Helter Skelter or whatever the game is called?
No, I'm playing Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Fight for the Future.
Oh my god, you still
Oh,
have
it
it.
wasn't my first guess.
Okay, everyone shut up. I'm
Because
gonna
my
play,
first actual
everyone
guess
shut
was
up.
definitely
Everyone shut up.
Splat.
I'm gonna play the dramatic reading.
Alright.
Hey, respected Cypher Card player. I was looking for a match of Fire Emblem Cypher
Better
to play on a Lackey
tabs.
CCG, but it seems that I have no one to play against. Now it seems that I have to resort to coming to #matchrequest to look for aid in my endeavor to play Fire Emblem Cypher. I come asking peacefully and quietly for now to help me in my endeavors to play Fire Emblem Cypher. If you bitch-ass motherfuckers want to play me, I will resort to drastic measures and pull out the @do list. And nobody wants to see a useless pain. So for the love of God, someone play me!
It's aged really well.
It has.
It's perfect.
I have been shunned.
Anyway, Jeff
still one
Mason,
of my favorite emotes on Cypher Chord.
did that ever like get used in Cypher Chord or?
Yeah, it got used a shit ton. I created a whole fucking trend off of this.
Nice. I'm glad to have left an impact on Fire Emblem Cypher somehow. Anyway.
Yeah, it was used for like a whole half year.
Yeah.
It's still used occasionally.
Awesome. I'm glad my dramatic reading skills are going to be what people remember me for when it's all over.
Oh.
Anyway, one of the Jeffreys. You're both here. Someone read this line.
I am lagging. Help.
All right. Zelda.
Who?
I got instant boomerang rated. Super 2. Oh, I didn't confirm. Shit.
Okay, Zelfie, read the line.
Joffrey, commander of the Crimea Royal Knights, do you command these men? Knight Crimea, you are clearly guilty of treason against the Magneon Empire. Do you understand what it means to send an army against us? You just killed your people.
Dead.
You have been warned. Queen Alency will not tolerate any further acts of violence or banditry within our borders.
Save me. Save me. Stay off
Withdraw
me.
your troops immediately, or I cannot guarantee your safe return. Decide quickly.
I'm a god. I'm a god.
How dare you take that toe with me? I'll put you in your place.
I should have healed Jeffrey, but like, also Jeffrey's just gonna do this.
Oh, am I dead?
Beat the shit out
Oh,
of
I'm not
him.
dead.
Wait, why didn't that work?
He doubled
Wait.
with the bracelets.
Should have quadded. I thought he was gonna quad. Kieran, don't miss this time, Kieran.
Did you see an X4? Maybe you should have read.
So
Crimea, I'll crush you.
Okay, we solved the problem.
If he is.
Oh my god.
If he hits a 100, yes.
I'm sorry, but I played FE6. I know not to trust that.
Fuck FE6. Oh my god.
Help.
FE6
help,
is poggers.
help. I'm
Okay, look,
against
I've
Bath's
won an
fucking
Iron Man of
world.
FE6. I think I'm at least allowed to hate on this game. Like, I have
Oh,
completed
you
an Iron Man.
absolutely
of this
are.
A lot of people hate on FE6.
Like, I'm not saying it because I thought it was too hard for my pea brain. I beat an Iron Man in this game. I'm allowed to complain.
On normal, you didn't even get to the like.
I
You
do
haven't
not
even
know the
experienced
Oro
the
match.
worst parts
Does
of the game.
anyone happen to know the
Yeah.
Oro matchup?
Anyway, Zelfie,
I'm
you
sorry,
still got
could you say
lines.
that loud? Oh my god.
Yo, it's Rorik from Pokemon Diamond.
What's our main force around? They'll slaughter you like cattle.
How do I fight this character? I do not know what I'm doing against
Did
this
that
character.
get through?
Yes.
Okay.
He's gonna combo me. Stay off me.
Alright, Sev has posted a thing that only makes sense to Steven Universe fans, so I'm going to read it, I guess. Can't you see it in my eyes? I'm the one. I'm the 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not like other guys. He's not like anybody. Well, that's not completely right. There's a few that I'm just like Jeffrey and the Jeffreys. We're gonna
You
make
need
you
to
smile.
fucking sing it. This is
Me,
a song.
Myself and I, and him, are all the same
Bro,
guy.
this is
Jeffrey
offending.
and the Jeffreys. Come on, now don't be
I don't
shy.
speak in universe.
Me,
Someone's gotta explain to me
myself,
what the hell's
and I,
going on.
and him. That's me.
This is a
It's
song.
Are all the same
This
guy.
is a song. And she's not singing it. It was awful. Never do
Look,
that again.
I am
you
known
gotta
for my
sing
dramatic reading skills, not my singing skills. You have to take what you can get. I turned it into some
No,
fucking slam
I'm
poetry,
offended.
okay?
I'm angry.
Grab me, neutral, grab me, shit. Don't die.
You sounded like Mr. Krabs.
I've been grabbed. I'm going to die.
You should stop that.
SpongeBob me boy. Oro has
Jeffrey, you
grabbed
have
me
more
in the
lines.
corner and he's mashing faster than I have. I'm going to take 15% and die to Super 3 in the corner.
Alright, Jeffrey, you have more lines.
I actually do have to get off now because people are getting mad at my loudness when they're trying to sleep. So
Joffrey.
Alright.
Good night.
Good night, Zelfie.
Do I have to be Joffrey?
Yes, SV, you're required to be Jeffrey.
Is this the Russian one?
No,
The
Lucy is
Russian
the
one
Russian
is the sister.
This is the not Russian one.
Wait, okay. The sister's Russian, but the. Okay.
Haven't we been over this?
Because it's funny.
Good. The enemy is retreating. Knights, stay here and help to fix the damage done to this village. That was the line.
That was the
Is
line.
my Discord crashing?
No, wait, you read it. We're...
You did say it.
Good work, Geoffrey. You sent them running.
My Discord's crashing.
Alright, stream's chugging, so you got time to figure it out at least.
Lucia, what are you doing here?
So,
What?
I'm here to protect
Yeah?
Her Majesty. Superb work, Geoffrey. Oh, stream's dead. Give me a second. Can you guys hear me?
Yep. Yeah, it's low, short, confirm, and new short you. I fucked the short you up. I don't see the next line. Am I missing something?
I'm trying to make my stream undie. Steam, why are you opening right now?
Hello?
Hello!
Huh? Hello?
Hello?
yes, we're
spacing out.
here. We're literally fucking here.
I'm here. I can hear you two.
Oh.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
we can hear you.
Okay. Now we're just
How the
waiting
fuck
for
do you
stream to
feel?
undie.
Why did I pick this character that I have no idea how to play?
I don't
Like,
know,
I know,
SB. Why?
I know one combo for this character, and I'm not very good at it. I really shouldn't have picked this character. I'm still stuck on thanking Jeffrey.
Yeah, that's the
Alicia.
line we're on. I said my line, then the stream died, so I'll say it again.
All right.
Superb work, Jeffrey. You have my thanks.
Your Majesty, forgive me. I could not avoid a confrontation with the Imperial Army.
It wasn't your fault, Jeffrey. However, I'm afraid our situation continues to deteriorate. Lucia, I appoint you as envoy to negotiate a treaty with the commander of the Imperial Army. They might be willing to listen now. I shall leave immediately, Your Majesty. This is not going to go well, Lucia, and you are fully aware of this. Days later, Castle Crimea.
Oh, no, don't die. I'm
Senator
dead. Okay.
Valtone, I sincerely regret having to meet under these circumstances. What voice did I give this guy? Oh, I agree, Your Majesty. I never dreamt
Wait.
we'd suffer so much mistreatment from our allies. So you've decided that Crimea
That's
will
good.
side
That's
with
good.
Gallia and honor the alliance with those filthy furries over ours? As I've said before,
That's
Crimea
not
remains
wrong.
neutral. Crimea will side with neither the Benyon nor the Laguz alliance. That is my final answer. Then please enlighten me. Why prevent us from getting what we needed? Benyon is your suzerain. You should be delighted to comply with our request for supplies. But instead, you launch an ambush and inflict horrible pain on us, your loving guardians. Now, Benyon is a patient parent, but I do hope you realize that your actions thus far have amounted to treason and sedition. You have violated our borders, stolen from my people, and inflicted harm upon them. I will not allow such actions within my lands, no matter who the aggressor may be. How quaint. I will have you know, I can land the Black Knight. I'm not afraid of you. Wee-hee-hee-hee-hee.
Your Majesty, do you know what the penalties are for the crimes you've committed? I can only assume you do not, or you would not so rashly endanger your life. But don't worry, Queen Olyncia. Once Bennion has you crowned, along with your head removed for treason, I'm sure we will take very good care of your people.
Oh shit,
Yeah, that was-
Zelgius was Finn, who is not here, so someone attack your Zelgius now.
Wait, what?
Wait.
Okay. Where are we? Senator Valtorme.
Do all your characters sound like that?
They do now.
I have like one voice that I use for these. I keep getting dudes. I can't help it.
Okay, never mind. Cheryl.
Zelgius, like, is pretty gay, so...
Cheryl, you're Zelgius now.
Okay. Senator Valtome.
I
Not now,
dropped
you
it!
go to
I
bed.
fucking dropped it! I had the coolest combo, and I dropped it!
Shut up! I'm trying to threaten the Queen here.
Sorry.
Damn, Daniel.
Now look, Zelgius, I can take you to bed later, but for now I have important things to do. And I think after the dust has settled, I'll place my portrait right over your throne. It was a pleasure chatting with your Majesty. I am leaving now. She's all yours, General.
Your Majesty, please forgive my superior officer's insolence.
Wait, I recognize you. You came to our aid some time ago during the Mad King's War. General Zelgius, was it?
Yes, Your Majesty. Oh, yo, this picture's nice. This is the second time I've had the honor of seeing you. I sincerely apologize for my army's actions during the resupply operation. Please forgive us.
The Bennion Empire and the Apostle gave us much support in our reconstruction effort. Crimea will always appreciate Bennion's generosity. However, Crimea and Gallia are allies. As such, we cannot take a side in this quarrel. Please understand.
I understand, Your Majesty. Our forces will refrain from levying supplies while in Crimea.
I agree. Let's just kill Valtome. This guy is not a good person. But also, I'm having a weird amount of fun voicing him. It's like voicing Petrine, except completely different.
Oh my god. This
It
dude's
gives me
so,
the
like-
same sort of enjoyment as voicing Petrine did, and I don't know why.
It's like the
It's the
voice
same
is just
sort of
fun to
enjoyment.
make.
It's a fun voice to make. I feel like I can at least like roleplay fairly quickly. We had a lot of roleplaying with Petrine as well. Like Finn and I had multiple very long in-character conversations about like the tropes of being a villain in this kind of game with Petrine and Ashnard. And it was glorious.
Oh,
It was
thank you
great.
for understanding.
However, I must ask you to agree on these 2 points. First, the Imperial Army shall be given leave to pass through Crimea toward Gallia.
Stay off, man.
Second, we shall be allowed to engage the Gallian army in towns near the Crimea-Gallia border.
So you're literally going to accomplish what you want anyway, huh?
Yes.
Excuse me? This peace talk is meaningless. You will still do battle and spill blood within our borders.
Yeah, I'm afraid this is the best I can offer. You know, it's sometimes necessary to cut your losses for the greater good. Please think on it. Tomorrow my army will begin marching toward Gallia. Get owned. If the Crimean army does not interfere, I will take it as a sign of agreement. Farewell, Your Majesty.
General Zelgius, please wait.
No, get owned.
Do you really have sex with that guy?
I wasn't ready for that.
I
Wait.
was.
Not one bit.
What?
I got stomped.
Anyway, important questions later. Does the Apostle know anything about this war with the Lagoons?
Dot.
It's just
Ruh-roh.
very hard for me to believe. Is this war truly the will of the apostle?
That is not for me to answer, Your Majesty.
Then at least tell me this. Do you really get talked by that guy?
No.
No, that's also not for me to answer.
I see. Is the apostle safe? I would hate for her to be dead, you know. She's kind of useless, but at least she wasn't fighting this.
You know what? Excuse me. I must go.
General. I figured if we had Alincia ask Soth those questions, we can have Alincia ask other people those questions, right?
Yo, we beat a chapter on stream. Let's go.
I did beat a
Holy
chapter on stream.
shit.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We will be back on Saturday to do more of this. Shockingly.
Wow, that's
But
crazy.
let's see if we can get... We got 2 streams in a row for the first time in a while. So maybe we can go for 3 for the first time in a while.
And just in case you haven't already, you should totally click that follow button in the top right corner of your screen. I think it is the bottom right if you're on PC. I don't know PC Twitch layout.
Also,
I know on
give
mobile it's supposed to be top
subs.
right.
One day we'll get new email slot. Give.
One day, but for now, enjoy your Sorens. Good night, everybody.
Good night.